you'd be crazy. Only if you had a brain. Well, well. It's Friday. It's Friday. Almost Saturday. Yo. It's Marky Mark's Tarot. Where at some point in time, I always deal with the hoe. Nasty ones, sexy ones, good ones, bad ones, even devilish ones. Da-da-da-da. But I love the challenge. You know, it's all good. You can keep trying, but it ain't gonna work. I ignore ignorance. By the way, I haven't received any emails from anybody asking me any questions about any drama or anything. Kind of, not knowing what's going on. I guess the person is not really important. Just like I said, you're not important. You won't be missed. Believe me. You can't miss nothing you never had. I just checked my email again. Not a goddamn person. Look at that. Nobody even cares. See, I even offered to talk about the situations. And nobody said, let me email Mark and ask him. Because you know why? People know me. They know I really don't give a fuck. Here today, gone today. It don't make no difference to me. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? My email is markymarkstarot@gmail.com. You want to ask me something? You want to go listen to everybody else but me? That's fine. It's all good. I offer my email. Ain't nobody said a damn word. Like I said, because everybody knows the truth. I am the fucking truth. So there's no need. You don't even have to ask. You already know what time it is. Oh shit. I forgot to bring book. I forgot to bring my cards. Bomb blood. I should go get them real quick. Nah. Should I go get them? Okay, I knew I forgot something. Yeah, it's all good. I'll remember them tomorrow. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. So yeah, the offer is still out there. Anybody who needs to speak to me about any situations, just let me know. Because I know that people might have questions. So like I said, my email's available. And if I don't get anything, then I know that nobody gives a fuck, which I already said already. So it's just to show you that you're not important to be talked about. That must really bother you, but it don't bother me. I mock stupid people. Mm-mm. Yo, yo, yo. It's Panda Wanda. Straight out to Ireland. Folk around and find out. She's Connor's cousin, long lost cousin. Yep, welcome to Marky Mark's Tarot. We don't deal with no hoes. Well, that's a lie. You know, there is hoes that come in here, but hoes need love too. So that's why they come here, because they know they get it. I give them love. You know, I give them love. I love hoes. They're okay. Some of them need to be put in a headlock, that's for sure. Oh, man. I always tell stories on here about what I've been through, you know, with all the bullshit that in the past, in the past few years I've been on here for so long, you know. Yeah, well, it's not necessary, not yet. I'll let you know if I need you to slap a hoe, you know. But I have my women goons for that. You know, they'll take care of my business. I'll let you deal. You can deal with my light work. You know, the church will rebuke them. Shit. Mm. Some people burn when they get holy water on them. Didn't you know that? I used to tell people all the time, don't put no holy water on you, you're gonna burn. That shit's gonna burn your fucking skin. It's gonna burn because it's too much fire coming out of, too much flames. But I've told so many stories on here of how people are just crazy, and people just act whack. But it's a part of life. I try to tell everybody the best thing to do is ignore the ignorance and keep going. It don't make sense dwelling on or dealing with ignorance, you know? My phone wants to do a fucking dumbass update. Yeah, I know the Fighting Irish. Yeah, he's hilarious. I used to watch him I don't really like watching fighting and stuff. Requires a blah, blah, blah. Oh, for fuck's sake. I need to put my phone on Wi-Fi. These people are annoying. Can't update your phone without Wi-Fi. Like, that's just dumb. So what if I didn't have Wi-Fi? I have to go and steal it from someone's house? Or hang out outside of a library? These fucking people are dumb. These phones ain't that smart. I got a smartphone, but on Friday nights it gets drunk and it says I need Wi-Fi to do my download or my update. Fucking bullshit. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Update now or update tonight? No, update now so you don't aggravate me in nighttime and aggravate the shit out of me. Your Wi-Fi password, please, sir. I'll give you $10 if you let me download my I'll download my update while I sit outside your window or your door. Please leave the window open so the Wi-Fi comes outside. Dumbass shit. Oh, these phones, I tell you. Okay, cool. I had to check my Wi-Fi just now. just in case. They don't even know. They don't even have to get one. They can steal it anytime they're ready. But they won't even need it because they know anyway. They know everything. Yeah. Just like today in your life. You know? That shit was funny. Poof. Just like that. I started laughing. I said, look at that. Spirit's always doing something. They always make you believe more and more and more. That's the beauty of it. It's things like it's situations that happen that you're like, what the hell? Like, how the heck did that just even happen? Or how do these things even yeah. That's why I tell everybody you gotta keep believing that everything is gonna be okay. And you gotta keep believing that everything is gonna work out. As soon as you have that little doubt or that little, you know, feeling, and you know that you're not doing it right. You're not thinking right. Where's the subtitles? Yeah, I hate subtitles to be honest. I can't stand it. Yeah, exactly. It happens, you know. You just have to believe, and then if you're doing the right thing, then the right thing will happen to you. It'll just work out. Everything will just happen the way it's supposed to. It's actually crazy when you think about it. I don't normally, I don't know how it is for you, but like, I don't know if you read yourself or you attempt to read yourself sometimes. Like sometimes you have a question and you want to ask your cards and see if it'll happen or if it's going to, if it works or whatever. Yeah, exactly. That's my motto. But I normally don't read for myself or ask questions that much because usually like I feel like I should know and I should just wait and just see how it pans out or whatever. But sometimes I get kind of anxious because I'm waiting for something and I want to know if I'm going to get it today or tomorrow or the next day. And usually spirit would tell me, right? So I've been waiting for this song, right, to come in. I've been waiting for this guy. It's been over like forever. And I asked my cards yesterday. I said, will I get this song? Yesterday I asked, will I get it tonight? And I didn't. And it told me that, it was possible to get it within 24 hours, right? So I asked my cards and it said 24 hours, you'll get the song that you want, right? So I was like, all right, cool. I can wait 24 hours. So that means today, at some point in time. So it was less than 24 hours, but it wasn't a 24-hour period that I got the song. And I asked, will I get it? And I got it. So the cards are right for me, which it normally doesn't tell me anything, right? It doesn't want me to like know certain things or it doesn't want me to ask things about myself or whatever. But when it's something like that, usually like it'll be right because I'm already asking, is someone gonna send me something, I'm not really asking about myself to a certain extent, if you know what I mean. So when I got the download thing, I was like, no fucking way. I just saw the thing and it said sticker, right? And it said download your music. It's here. And I'm like, fuck, no way. And I was like, it happened within a 24-hour period. And I was like, well, there you go, Marky. You just gotta act sometimes. So I'm like, I don't like to read things for myself, but when it happened, I was like, yes, good. Hallelujah. And then I asked if I'm gonna receive this other song that I've been waiting for over a month. Am I finally gonna get it like this weekend? So when I got this song, the guy said, "Look, that other song that you want, I find it finally got recorded. So you should be getting it either Saturday or Sunday." So I'm like, "Oh, great." And then I said, "Look at that shit." I asked, and it said that it was gonna be here on the weekend, right? The other song. After a month of waiting, and I kept asking it, kept telling me, "No, I'm not gonna get it. No, I'm not gonna get it." So I started to get worried. I'm like, "Fuck, man, I'm never gonna get this fucking song." So then I asked yesterday if I would get it this weekend, and it said yes. And the guy texted me and said that it's finished. It's just a matter of the engineer sending it to me. And I was like, I normally don't ask things about myself or ask things for me or whatever. I don't want to go ask somebody that shit. So I'm like, I just ask myself and just tell Spirit to just tell me the truth, and I won't be mad. So they were right. So hopefully I get the song tomorrow or Sunday, and then I'll be like, okay, Spirit, I got you. I know not. So it's like it's weird because you're not supposed to be like asking so many things about yourself. But when it's something like that, I'm sure they'll do it. Because I'm a big sports fan, so I ask the cards about an important game, and I'll be like, "Yeah, will my team win?" And they never tell me any decent answer, right? It's like, "Nah, bro, we're not telling you. You got to watch the game and just stick it out." So I'm like, I kind of just let things pan out and just deal with it. And then I'll just thank Spirit at the end. So it's all good. But sometimes when it happens, you're like, yes, finally they told me something's gonna happen, and it did. You know, I don't want to be going around asking people to check shit for me, like think I'm fucking nuts. But yeah, it's cool. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not good to keep doing it. Oh yeah, they ask those things. They do that all the time. Yeah, I just don't want to. I just want to I want to try and do it myself, or if it was really important, like I don't really care when I get the song. I'll get it when I get it. But I was just trying to test, to see if it will happen, right? I like to test Spirit again, for me. It's funny. It was like, to see what would happen, if they'll give me the answer finally. So we'll see if I get it tomorrow or Saturday, like they said. So, I'm waiting on one more damn song, man. It's like I need this last song so I can complete my collection. Because I had a big list and I've crossed out every single song, and this is the last one. And it's taking forever. Like it's the one I wanted the most, and I'm waiting for it for the longest time. I got everything else that I don't really care about. You know how you have a list and the most important it's actually written number one, right? And I said I need this first. But it doesn't work that way. Like sometimes when you want something right away, it just won't happen. It's gonna make you wait. So I got everything else on the list. I had 7 different songs I wanted, and and this is the last one. I got the 6th one today, and then the 7th one is the one I'm waiting for. And once I get that, I can complete this project that I'm doing with all the music. Yeah, lucky number 7 is coming. So we'll see. So I'll see if I get it. I'll let you know. But yeah, people ask dumb shit all the time. I think we all do ask dumb shit at one point in time. I remember like before I even had my channel, I was asking psychics the same question all the time. Will I be in a relationship in the next 3 months? And then the person would be like, maybe, I don't see, oh, yeah, I see somebody here and blah, blah, blah. And I'd ask the same shit over and over and over and over. And it would never come true. It's been years and years. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck it. And then something will happen. Then I'll get involved with somebody, and then it'll go south, or something will happen. Or I'll ask them if it's gonna last, or I'll ask, and people are like, "Yeah, it's gonna be great. You're gonna get married and throw rice at each other. By the time you reach 50, you'll have 3 kids and married." Meanwhile, ain't none of that shit happen. But we're also to we have free will. We can do what we want. Mhm. So yeah, it happens. You want to get information, and you're like, yeah, exactly, it's dumb, but you just needed to find out something. And sometimes, like, you ask shit and you're like, what am I doing? I ain't asking about this dumbass shit. So, but it's so weird because sometimes I don't even have to ask. I just can feel it, or I just like hear it, So it's like I know, if I know somebody's interested in me, all I have to do is like just really analyze it in my brain, and see their energy and feel their energy, and I'll be like, yeah, yeah, I know they like me. So it's just a matter of me making the attempt or making the move, right? And then I just say to myself, I love my freedom so much. I really don't want to get into fucking bullshit again, man. So like that's my biggest fear, is like getting involved and then having it all blow up in my face, and telling myself, see, dumbass, like, you shouldn't have done it. So, but then I say to myself, I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like getting myself involved with anybody, unless it's like something that I know that if I feel it's right, I'll do it. I don't do anything unless I feel it's right, whether it's work, love, friends, family, you know, just doing a job for someone. There's been clients who I go to their house and they're like, "Oh, can you do this and do that? So, can you please give me an estimate?" And I'll give them an estimate, and then if they call me back and say they want me to do the job, I'll have this really weird sensation or feeling, like, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this job. I just feel like this ain't gonna end well. And if I don't go with that instinct and I go ahead and do it and I get fucked, I'm gonna say, see, Spirit was trying to tell you from jump not to do this shit. And you went ahead and did it. Now look at you, you fucked yourself. So I stopped doing that. I stopped like doubting what I felt. And that's what I tell everybody. You have to stop doubting what you feel. Because what you feel is real. And spirit, and you feel that way for a reason. It's trying to pre-warn you not to do some dumb shit that you're about to get into, right? So that's why, like, there's a lot of things that I don't do or don't carry through with, because it's just telling me not to do it. And usually it's right. Yeah. Well, it really is right. But I run away from shit sometimes. I just don't want to do no jobs, or I don't want to really get myself involved with certain clients. I can just tell by their energy that they're slimy and shit, and I probably won't get paid properly or whatever. They're gonna irritate me, you know. Well, the thing is, what if it does work out? If the thing is, don't think the worst, yes, and don't doubt it. But the thing is, if you say if it doesn't work, right? What if it does work out? But you already have that in your head that it isn't. So if you already say to yourself it isn't going to work, then it isn't. There is no what if it's going to work out, because your mind is already telling you, no, don't do it. You got me? So it's not about, you can think and doubt it, but you have to actually live it. You have to say, you know what? Fuck, man. My mind's telling me don't do it. What if my mind's wrong? No, you can't say your mind's wrong, because it's your mind. Your mind's telling you no. So if you go through with it, then you ain't gonna have that doubt no more. And then when you do that one, and then you do a next one, you do a next one, and you do a next one, and it all works out, and then you hear about something, you hear about, somebody said, hey, I thought you was gonna do that job. I ended up getting fucked. Now I know why you didn't do it. And I've had that shit happen. So then I say to myself, you know what? I'm so glad I listened to my intuition. I listened to my mind. I said, nah, don't do it. Hey, Ann, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? What's up, brother Dan? So that's what I mean. Like, it's I don't think the worst case scenario, but at the same time, I never say what if it does work out. And if I say that, then that means I'm doubting my intuition. I'm doubting what I just said to myself and heard, in my head. So I'm not gonna do it. I'd rather like not worry if it does work out, because if I say, oh, what if it does work out, then I'm going against what I'm telling myself. I'm going against my intuition and my mind and my thought about it's not going to work out. If I say it's not going to work, it ain't going to work. And then if I attempt to make it work, then it's going to blow up in my damn face. And then when it does, I'm like, see, I should listen to my damn self. And I've said that to a few people. I would be like, nah, don't do that. Don't, I'm telling you. And they're like, nah, I'm gonna do it. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm like, okay. Then they'll come back to me like, damn it, Mark. Fuck, you told me don't do it and I did it and it fucked up everything. If I say something, I always go with it. Because if not, I end up screwing myself. So that's what you have to do with this too. Yeah, but if you can, people gotta learn, but you should already know what's right from wrong, from how your mind's telling you how to do things. You're cleaning up for meatloaf tonight. Nice. I had fish and French fries. I had fish fries, onions, and olives. It was just me and my nephew tonight. My sister ate soup. She said she didn't feel well. So, but my nephew and I, we had fresh fish. I made homemade potatoes, Bermuda potatoes. Cut them up in fries. Had some vinegar, onions, and some olives. It was delicious. And I had a almond tart for I had an almond Portuguese tart that I showed you guys on the live earlier this morning when I was doing dishes. I showed you those almond tarts. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I had one out of the two. I just had one. I can't eat two of them things. Them things will send me crazy. So I'll eat the other one tomorrow. I'll enjoy it. And you said you're good. And you had dinner with your sister. Oh, cool. That's nice. I have dinner with my sister almost every night, but tonight she doesn't feel well, so she had chicken noodle soup or whatever. And my nephew, he wasn't feeling well either, but he says he couldn't pass up the fish. The best uncle and brother and son. Yeah, I try to be, Panda. I try to be. I honestly do. I was actually talking to my cousin, and he said, "Hey, dude, do you smoke weed still?" I'm like, "No, bro." I said, "I stopped smoking cigarettes, stopped smoking weed, and drinking." How long? I said, 9. This year will be, this August will be 9 years. And he goes, "What made you stop?" I said, "My nephews, I don't, they were coming over my apartment like every day, running over here. Uncle Mark, let's go play. Let's do this. Let me see your fish tank. Let me see the babies in the fish tank." I used to have a big ass fish tank in the back wall there, right? I had a 110-gallon fish tank, and I used to breed fish and sell them back to the companies and sell them to people. I had 3 fish tanks in here at one point. It was like my hobby I had at the time. So the kids were like, "Yeah, let's go see the fish," and they were all young, and I would lift them up, and they would like put their hands in the water, and the fish will come, and they'll be all laughing and shit. Then I gave them tanks for themselves so they can have their own fish. So I would smoke, and they would see me smoking, and I didn't like that. And at one time they caught me smoking weed in here, like, and they smelt it and they're like, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "Oh, it's this stuff that I have." I showed them the sage. And I was like, "Oh, it's this. I put this around my house so that way, the devil doesn't come around me." Right. So I had to lie to him, which I didn't like to do, but then I said, "I can't do this no more." So I just, said, "Fuck it. I'm not doing it anymore." And he said to me that he has to hide it from his daughter so she doesn't, look at him different. And I said, you just got to give it up, bro. You don't need it. So he was like, yeah, man, I don't know if I can. I'm going to try. I said, yeah, man, you can. If I can do it, you can do it, bro. You think that oatmeal was on top of the fridge for 6 months? Hey, well, as long as it tastes good, Dan. Our friend Joey had oatmeal today. She came in my live this morning, and she said she had oatmeal, yogurt, and strawberries or something like that. She said. So you both had well, she said she had oatmeal. I'm not really an oatmeal fan, to be honest. I used to eat oatmeal with cinnamon and stuff. I used to sprinkle the cinnamon on top of the oatmeal and eat it. But I'm not really a big fan of it. I never was. Oh, okay, cool. Meatloaf with oatmeal. You got your protein in today then. Yeah, that's what I used to have, Panda. Oatmeal with cinnamon and apple and all that. You know, like the Uncle Ben's, whatever brand that was out there, I think it was, or some old guy was on the, I think maybe it wasn't Uncle Ben's, maybe it was something else. I can't remember what the name brand of it was that I ate. It was some shit, I can't remember. But anyway, it was good. I used to eat it when I was younger, but I don't really care for it that much. It's all right. I'm a fish person. I eat a lot of fish, potatoes, rice, noodles, pasta, you know, chicken. I don't really eat much pork, just a little bit. It gives me indigestion, so I don't really eat it that much. Yeah, chicks like guys with muscles. There's only one muscle that I can give them, though. So it's up to them. But yeah, I like making things in the fryer, deep fried shrimps and things like that. Just seafood in general. I eat steak every now and then when it's cheap. I'll eat like a hamburger every now and then. I had one 2 days ago. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really eat. I ate fish yesterday and I ate fish again today. And if I had a choice, which I might, actually, I do have a choice tomorrow, I can actually, you know, eat that too. So yeah, we shall see. My phone is doing its update. I'm watching my phone reset itself and go crazy over here. Damn updates. Well, at least the wind's gone. It's still sprinkling here and there, but at least the wind is gone. Thank God. It's not windy no more. I'm so sick and tired of that wind, man. But tomorrow I got a lot of work to do. I gotta clean up the pool. It's full of leaves all around the outskirts. I gotta clean up this yard. Got leaves everywhere, bullshit everywhere. But I'll do a little bit at a time. Apparently, the rest of the week is supposed to be good, so at least I can clean up everything day by day. Day by day. Lucky ducky. What's going on? Just popping by to set up for another marketing. Nice. I see you on your grind. Hopefully it's going really well for you, Lucky. You deserve it. Okay, Panda. Yes, get some rest. God bless you too. Take care. Yep, exactly. One step at a time, one day at a time. Hey, Gala. How you doing? You're grinding your porky ass? That's good. Keep grinding. Don't give up. That's good, Lucky. I'm glad. Keep your head up. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep believing, and you'll get everything you need. Stay motivated, busy, make it happen. And remember the end goal. That's good. Go for it. Now my phone apparently has finished its update. Your software update is completed. Good. About damn time. All right, sweetheart. Hugs to you too. Take care. Stay on the grind. Stay on that grind. Stay on that grind. All right, Dan. Let it all out, man. Don't keep it in. Marty, ¿cómo estás? Bueno, Ben, muy buen. Working on some thumbnails, then do a bit of tidying before I go live a bit later. Oh, nice, cool. You still playing that game with the horse going through and then the mountains and shit? When I came in that time. Yeah, I'm good. Same shit, different day. Same hoes with the same clothes. Same hoes with different clothes. You know, same old shit. Yeah, same one? Okay, cool. Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo está? I'm Marty. I have on TikTok, right? They had like this Spanish conversion. I should wait till Christy comes in here. Trying to hunt this stuff, so now I get on with the actual story mode. Oh, okay, cool. So you finish hunting, so now you get on with the actual. Okay, cool. So that must be like a next step of fun. All right. First of all, I gotta that. Um, what was I gonna do here? Let me just see if I can find the. Let me find the conversion thing. One of the in-game jokes is farming mangoes in Tahiti. So the next chapter I'll be streaming as a mango. Oh, good lord. Oh boy. What are we gonna do with you? The mangoes. I love mangoes. Mango time. Come on, where's that damn photo that I had? Mangoes. I love mangoes. They're nice. Okay, here it is, right here. Yeah. Spanish quiz. Okay, Marty? Spanish quiz. Asshole is pendejo. Bastard is cabrón. Fucking is pinche. Stupid is estúpido. Son of a bitch is hijo de puta. Go fuck yourself is verta la verga. Shit is merda, which is same thing in Portuguese. Bitch is para, right? Fuck off is chinga tu madre. Bullshit is tonteras. Dumbass is imbecile. And go to hell is va tu inferno. I got this off TikTok. It's a Spanish quiz. I started dying. I said, why would this show up after I just tried to act Spanish the other night? I was cracking up. I said, oh, now I know what these words actually mean. Now I can use them. And someone acts up. Mangoes with tagine. Sometimes, like, I don't really like eating mango. When I peel the skin off the mangoes, what I do is I take a small knife, right? And I cut it. And then I pick it off and I eat it like that. I don't like eating it like yucking out because then all the shit goes all in your teeth. So I like to eat it in chunks. Like I'll cut it right close to the actual mango itself. I'll actually cut it right to the seed. And I'll just leave the seed behind. And then if it's stringy, then what I'll do is like I'll eat it like little by little so the strings don't get caught all up in my teeth. But I don't like holding it and eating it and yucking it off the off the actual seed. I don't like doing that. Fucks up your teeth. You'll be using a toothpick or a floss thing for a whole hour trying to get that shit out of your teeth. But yeah, I love mangoes. They're nice. I even like the mango yogurt. Cause when I got heartburn a lot, they said my nurse friend told me to eat yogurt, and I used to get the mango yogurt because I didn't like the rest. It tastes like shit, so I got the mango one because I like mango. So yeah, Gala's gonna have mango adventures. Streaming as a mango. Anybody interested in watching me? Sure. Let's tango, you mango. I've seen some mangoes in the store, but I haven't bought any. I should get one. All this talk about mango, I should get one tomorrow and eat one. I used to like the mango fruit drinks too, but they were so sweet I had to water them down. I haven't had a mango juice in a long time. I used to always drink those things. I should get one tomorrow if I remember. I don't have my pen up here. No, I don't have my pen up here. Shit. I could have wrote it down so I can remind myself, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's all good. I'll remember. I'll remember. Jumex. I never heard of that. Let me see. Let me Google it. Google. Jumex Drink. Oh yeah. Mango nectar. Mango nectar de mango. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen this before. Yeah, I think we have that here. Like like the cardboard container one with the little white top. We have that here. You're right. They actually sell this on Amazon. Hello, Mark. Yes, we have your mango package here. You can come pick it up when you're ready. In the future, please don't order this to Bermuda because one of the packages spilt and the guy got mango all over the fucking car and it's all over our packages now. My bad, bro. Yeah, I know that. I've seen this in the store before, so I'll try it out. I never tried it before, but I'll try it. Thanks, Mari. Yeah, I saw the little ad there. It said now with alcohol. Hey, Tanya, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? Yeah, I don't want no alcohol. I don't want to be like acting dumb. I already act crazy now. I need to be crazier. Oh, well, that's cool, Gala. So you're gonna be on cam, but you're just gonna be like a mango or something, and they'll just have your face there, and they'll be like glitching and shit. Hi, everybody. I'm Mango I'm Gala the Mango. That's crazy. I can't believe they got shit like that to turn you into different things. I should get that and turn myself to a different thing on here every night. That shit would be hilarious. They were like, Mark, no. And check the engine light cam one. At the span 8 grand on the engine. I'm not gonna deal with it until next month now. Oh God, Tanya, really? That's fucking crazy. That's so freaking annoying. But it was fine all this time, and then the light came on again. That's so annoying. I thought they fixed it. That's crazy. Well, he drove. Yep, he drove great. Probably a sensor, yeah. Well, it's probably a faulty sensor again, or it's not being set right. The sensor's not set right. Because a lot of sensors, they have like a nut on it, right? And it's like you have to wind it and you have to put like a feeler gauge on it to make sure it's got enough clearance. So if it's one of those, I don't know if it is, but if it's one like that, then it's always going to keep like acting up until you get it right. Or if you go over a lot of bumps or I don't know if that whole truck or whatever, or whatever it is, that vibrates a lot. If it vibrates a lot, it can like make the sensor faulty. Yeah, it's a diesel, so it's an emission problem. Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes, right, what I've experienced with that, even though I don't, with sensors, I know like that they give problems because of things like that. And sometimes water can get into it as well. Like if you drive through puddles or it rains, like the water will go, like say Like I'll explain it to you like this. Like say this is like the say this is the sensor thing right here, right? Let's say like this is that and this is the sensor thing here, right? On the bottom, like see how like I close my hand like this, and this is like the sensor part with the little wire. Like water will go in here, right? And sit there, and the water will seep in because water gets everywhere. So it'll seep in some way and it'll make the sensor like feel the water. So after a while, it'll go away. You know what I mean? Because the water's gone. But sometimes that happens, like the sensor and the water will get in here and it'll seep through. And because it's water, it'll give the sensor like a thing saying, hey, something's getting in here. And sometimes when you have like a old when the motor's old, it has like rubber engine mounts. And sometimes when the engine mounts are not tight or like they're worn out and the engine's going like this all the time like that, right? It can like make the sensor loose, or it can like fuck with the the connection and stuff. It could be numerous things, but it shouldn't be a problem. If the motor has oil in it, for a diesel, it just needs motor, it just needs oil, filter, and if the glow plugs are fine, then you're good to go. A diesel doesn't really care about sensors and shit like that to a certain point. The sensors are just a precaution thing that signals that something's wrong. But it could just be something simple as rain getting in there, like water getting in there and just messing up the actual thing. Because that happened to my generator with the sensor. Like water got in there and the water sat in there for like a couple days, and it ruined the sensor. Yeah, or a ghost light. It could be like the actual bulb could be faulty or something where it gives you the signal in the dash. Yeah, exactly. It'll be fine. As long as it isn't an oil light, then you're good. Diesels can run on no sense of bullshit. I had a diesel for 16 years, and the only thing that went on it was the glow plugs. That's what goes on there majority of the time, glow plugs, because that's what you need to start it. Yeah, don't let it bother you. That's why I'm trying to reassure you that it's not a big deal. It's fine. You'll be fine. Diesels ain't worried about no dumb sensors. That's all like bullshit. The sensor ain't gonna allow the truck not to function. Like I said, I've had sensors come on before and it goes away. It ain't no big deal. The most important thing is the glow plugs. So you should be fine. You're gonna have a great time and everything's gonna be fine, Tanya. You'll be good. It's not an issue. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm glad it's pretty there, and I'm glad you're safe and everything's okay. People drive their cars with their engine lights on for fucking months. They don't give a shit. My sister, right, bought a brand new car last year, right? She bought a brand new car. It's a Mazda. And do you know that she's had a sensor on her car that says check your engine for a whole year? It won't go away. And the car drives perfectly fine. And the company said, look, it's a fault in the sensors. So don't worry about it. It's fine. If anything happens, we'll reimburse you or whatever. She's been driving it, no problem. And the lights on all the time. I called, I was like, yo, this says your engine, whatever, needs to be serviced. Like, what the fuck? She goes, oh, don't worry about that. I forgot to tell you. They said it's like a fault. So you can keep driving. It's fine. It's so stupid, man. It's so fucking dumb. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Yeah. But you should be fine, Tanya. It could be like because it's older, because the it's an older engine, it probably can't hold the sensor like mechanism properly, but it doesn't affect the actual, engine itself. A sensor is a sensor. It doesn't really it's not really a big deal, you know what I mean? So I don't see it being an issue. And I really pray that it isn't. But from what I feel, it's not. Yeah, there you go. That's all you gotta do, Tanya. Stay positive and know that it's gonna be all right, and it will be. Thanks for the super chat, Brian. You said I have an appointment on June. Oh, that's good, Tanya. I can't wait to see it. All right, so Brian, you're saying that what will happen? Meaning, like you want to know if you're gonna pass this test and get your license? Because I'm getting that you're gonna be okay. It says that you're gonna be able to go there and do the test. You know, it says if you don't make any errors or any mistakes, you should be fine. And to be kind and to just take whatever this appointment does or a test or whatever this is. It says it will go well. It shows you up right here, and it says that the future and the opportunities that you have are coming. It will shortly arrive, and everything should be fine. I'm not getting anything bad. Let me just check again here about something. Yeah. It says you'll get your license. I got 10 of Pentacles. So that's a yes. So that's telling me yes, you will get your license, and it'll work out fine. You got a good card there. It says it's gonna work out. It just says don't make mistakes. Don't make a mistake and you should be fine. That's what it says. It says don't make any mistakes and you'll be fine. Like go there with a positive attitude. Don't do anything foolish, obviously. Don't be too kind at the same time, but just do what you got to do. If you have to learn something before you get there, then learn it. That's the only other thing I see here. It's saying that if you have to learn or train for this like appointment to get your license, then do so. You see what I mean? Yeah. It very much can. Yeah. That's why it's saying not to make mistakes. You know? Oh shit. Ryan says it might means my local highway is gonna turn into a scene from Michael Bay movie. Oh, that's why I guess it said that you can't make a mistake. So don't make a mistake. Take your time. Do it right, and you should be all right. The main thing is to pay attention. That's what I can tell you. Pay attention to the road. Sometimes when I advise everyone who drives anything, you always have to pay attention to everybody else too. Because sometimes you gotta pay attention to the idiots on the road. Because the idiots on the road are the ones you really gotta watch out for when you drive. You gotta watch out for everybody else's mistakes so they don't get you. Because there's more stupid people out there than there is smart, unfortunately. But it looks like it's gonna turn out good for you, Brian. I'm happy for you, bro. I do wish that it does work out for you. I know it will, but it's just saying that if you make a mistake, then obviously that's the only issue. But it looks like you'll be fine. But my advice is to always pay attention to whatever's in front of you. Don't really pay attention to what's behind you unless you have to. Always look forward when you drive. Just make sure everything's good and make sure you pay attention. I always have to watch out for everybody else, man. People are so annoying. I would love to drive a motorcycle a lot more often on the road, but there's so many maniacs here that I don't even want to ride a motorcycle anymore. Because people on motorcycles here like die every month or in bad accidents every month. There are a bunch of maniacs on these roads here in Bermuda. Bunch of idiots. You're welcome, bro. You'll be good. Yeah, Tanya, that last video you had by the lake that you put up there, that was so peaceful and calm, and you can see all the mountains in the background. That shit looked like a movie. That was so nice. I enjoy looking at things. I love looking at things like that. You know, when you look, because here in Bermuda, we don't have lakes and mountains and shit, you know? It's too small. But we have a beautiful island full of, greenery and flowers and beaches and beautiful waters and sand and everything else. We have a lot of beautiful everything. But, when I see shit like that, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. It's just to show you how big the earth is. All of us are in different places, and it takes a plane to get to each other, you know, or a long ass drive. In my case, I need a plane or a boat. I can't drive nowhere, just from one end to the island to the other. I can't escape. It's got to be by plane or boat. But I think it's cool that you can drive from place to place. I wish. I wish I can drive from here all the way to the United States, closest place, and then go from there and go on like a huge road trip and not have to fly. Because I really don't want to fly no time soon. I just can't stand flying, and I just get irritated with airports and There was a guy on the news on Facebook. He dissed the shit out of our airport. They spent $400 million building an airport in Bermuda, and it's a joke. It's like only two restaurants, and they were like dissing the shit out of like the way the actual airport is, and I was like, oh god, here we go. They were complaining on how expensive it is. It's like $5 for a water bottle, like $20 for a burger and fries, and it's like he was saying how you go to the states and the airport looks much better, and they have McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, and they have this and they have that. And I wanted to like comment on there and say, bro, that's why we leave Bermuda so we can go experience those things. If we have it here, then you're all gonna complain that there's American franchises and Canadian franchises in our airport. We're trying to make our airport Bermudian, which it should be, with our own franchises, our own businesses in it. You all talk about you want Bermuda, 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 but then you want McDonald's here at our airport. Like, really? Man, fuck McDonald's, man. Don't worry about no damn you eat McDonald's when you go there, not when you're in Bermuda. McDonald's don't is not a Bermudian thing. You got to eat Bermuda stuff when you're here at the airport. Even when foreigners come here, or people from that come here on vacation, like tourists, they want to be at that. They don't want McDonald's at our airport. They want to eat Bermudian stuff. They want a Bermudian franchise. They don't want to see the same shit again. What's the sense of them leaving then and coming here to eat McDonald's again? The fuck? You think people love McDonald's that much, bro? Come on. I don't care about McDonald's at all. When I go to Boston, I don't even eat McDonald's. I go to like a Asian place or a Chinese food place. When I go to the mall, I go get Chinese food. I don't want no McDonald's or Burger King and all that bullshit. No way. I'm eating some nice Chinese food. I'm gonna go get a lobster or a steak at a restaurant because it's cheaper than here. And the only other fast food that I love and that I will go to is Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. Hell yeah. Or I'm going to like a Mexican place and eat some tacos and shit. I'm gonna eat real food when I go away. You know how many nice restaurants there is in the United States that you can go to? I'm not going to no fucking McDonald's. Hell no. Even when I go to a basketball game or a hockey game or a baseball, whatever, if I go to a sports event, I'm eating pizza or like something that the actual place makes. Like the actual, like a hot dog stand or something. I'm not going to no McDonald's, bro. Hell no. I don't like that shit like that. I ain't eating that. I've ate that shit my whole life. I don't want to eat it no more. But see, Bermudians are so dumb. They always want to eat American franchise shit. Like eat your own country stuff, bro. Bermuda's way is fish sandwiches on raisin bread, toasted, with some nice homemade fries and some coleslaw, mac and cheese and chicken and all that. Man, you don't want no fucking number one and number two and number three and some bullshit chlorine soda and all that bullshit. Come on, bro. I wanted to comment on there so bad. And I was gonna write, you are the dumbest Bermudian I've ever known in my life. Like, are you really serious? You want McDonald's at our airport? You must be crazy. If I went to the airport, I'm not eating shit because it's too expensive. I'm gonna eat before I go. And then I'm gonna go on a 2-hour flight. When I get to Boston or I get to wherever I'm going, New York, Atlanta, I'm eating, some nice food. I'm not running to McDonald's. I'm going Dunkin' Donuts in the morning. Hell yeah. That's the only place I'll be going in the morning is Dunkin' Donuts and maybe some Chick-fil-A. But I'm not going to McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell and all that bullshit ass places. No way. I'm eating some real food. I'm gonna get a plate. I'm gonna pull up at that. Hey Fiona, how you doing? Yeah, people do suck, Tanya. They're annoying. Like Bermudians have it too good. See, a lot of Bermudian people are rich, and they go away every freaking month or every other week, and they go to the United States and they pig out on McDonald's. They got selfies in McDonald's talking about I got this, I got that. I'm like, you people are weird. You go away just to eat that shit? That shit's not even that great. I ain't eating that when I go away, bro. No way. You know what I used to do when I went to Atlanta? I used to go to that place, Olive Garden. Is it called Olive Garden? And then there was another one called what the fuck is it called? Like pickled something or Piccadilly or some bullshit place I went to one time. It was like a brunch, like a famous brunch place, and it was Olive Garden. There was this other place, man. You walk in and you just pay a set price and you eat whatever you want. Like, come on, bro. Eat some real food when you go away. Eat that damn takeout shit. You know what I mean, Mari? Fuck. All these boats going by. Oh, cool, Tanya. Do you have Greg's in Bermuda? No. We don't have any. The only American franchise we have in Bermuda is KFC. That's it. And KFC's been here for years. That is the only American franchise in Bermuda is KFC. And I've said before, like, I don't know if you ever heard me talk about it, but we had a Canadian naval air base here, and we had a American naval base here at one point when I was young, when I was probably like maybe, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, something like that. And we had a special pass on Wednesdays to go to McDonald's. We had a McDonald's drive through here, and it used to be packed with Bermudians on Wednesday, right? Oh, Greg's is a UK thing. Oh no, we don't even have UK shit like restaurants here either. It's all Bermudian based. A lot of it's, I would say 90, well, not 90. I would say maybe 65% of restaurants in Bermuda are not a franchise of any sort. It's actually a Bermudian franchise, or it's like an Italian place, because there's a lot of like Italian restaurants here, you know, like that type of stuff. Like, Tanya's got jokes today. Tell me, is Greg single? Oh shit. Olive Garden, no real Italians eat there. Just letting you know. No, I'm just saying I'm not Italian, but when I went to Atlanta when I was like 21, 22, we went to Olive Garden one day, and it was really good. But it was another place, man. It's a P word, but I can't remember exactly what it's called, man. It was like another Olive Garden type of place, but I think it started with a P. I could swear it did, man, but I can't remember what the fuck it's called. Or was it La Pep? Was it La Pep? I think it was called La Pep. P, some P word. What do you think it is, your dirty minds? I think it was La Pep. I think that's what it was called. It was like, hey, Christy, how you doing? Fuck, man. What was it? I think it was called La Pep, and it was Olive Garden. And then we went to like IHOP. We went to IHOP all the time because we love breakfast. We used to get up all high and drunk and shit. And then we would go get breakfast at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But there was a few places in Atlanta that was really, really nice. Atlanta was probably the best place I've ever eaten in my life. Like the restaurants in Atlanta, in downtown Atlanta, were fucking amazing. No, no, no. The P restaurant was in the United States, but I think it was called La Pep. I don't know if that place still exists anymore, but it was like a green like logo, and it had La Pep on it, and it was like green with like a gold like type of little emblem thingy. It was a few places in Atlanta called La Pep. It was really good. It was like a IHOP, but I mean, this is like 20 something years ago, right? So, but in Bermuda, there's a lot of Italian restaurants here, tons of Italian restaurants. Like the Italians have like took over here in the restaurant department. They have the best restaurants, to be honest. There's tons of Italian places, and there's a good bit of Italian people here too. They have Portuguese restaurant. They have two Portuguese restaurants here. I don't think it's Pepe's. No, I don't think. I think it's called La Pep. I think I can't remember, but anyway, it's a really nice place that I used to go to. But it was with a P, so I think it's La Pep or Pep some bullshit. I don't fucking know. I don't even think they exist anymore because that shit was like 20 something years ago, and I haven't been to Atlanta since 2008. But when I go to Boston, I like to eat at the yeah, it was called Penis Express, you know, Penis Express, and it was sponsored by Tanya. Christy, you're amazing. Thanks. She says amazing. Thanks. That's good. I'm glad you're amazing, Christy. I'm glad. I like to hear that. You're not gonna get kicked out. I like that type of talking here. You know, a woman who likes penis is good. It's a good thing. That's all I have to offer. But yeah, some of the best restaurants I've been to in Boston were that place that has lobster. I can't remember what they're called. I have to ask my friend. He knows all the damn names. They had like this winery thing there. My friends used to always drink wine. I never liked wine. I never been a wine person. I use wine to marinate meat and fish and shit and all sorts of like stuff to cook. I cook with wine. I ain't drinking that shit, but I'll cook with that D. That's right, Christy. You know what time it is. But yeah, they had really nice restaurants in Boston that I went to in the what's it called, the Quincy Market area and downtown Boston area. There was a nice place we used to go to. It was like instead of walls, it had like glass all the way around, and like it was half like restaurant wall, and then where you ate, it was all closed in by like a glass wall and shit. Like it was so nice. You got to see people like outside, but you didn't get bothered, no bugs and no nothing. It's a really nice restaurant. I gotta ask my friend. Um, but yeah, I ate lobster tails there, a steak, and then I went to that place, that Cheers place in Boston. You know, like the movie Cheers. They had like a restaurant, a Cheers restaurant. I went there and had like nachos and shit and all that type of stuff. Yes, I know, Tanya. You miss that. You miss having Italian in you. I know. Yeah. I never had an Italian woman, so I can't vouch for that. I can't. I can't. Once you go Portuguese, you beg please. I know that though. But you know, women like Italian sausage. Yeah, she's on a roll tonight. She's sex excited. She's sex excited on Fridays. But yeah, right. There's so many nice restaurants here in Bermuda. So many nice restaurants. The problem is it's expensive as shit. If I take you out to dinner in Bermuda, if I ain't coming home to no coochie, I got fucked 150 to $200 for that date. Hell no. 150, $200, I can buy groceries for the whole week and we can eat at my house. And you can give me coochie every damn night. Fuck that. Oh man, hell. That's why if you in Bermuda, you take a woman out to dinner and you feed her lobster and you eat like say you eat like a appetizer, right? Some calamari or some bullshit, right? Or some shrimp tempura or something. Then you eat a main course lobster, and then you have a cheesecake for dessert, and you might have a coffee or a tea at the end and be all gazing in each other's eyes. That bill is gonna come out like 150 each, or you're gonna pay like at least $200 for that shit plus gratuities. So if you're gonna pay for that and you're gonna come home and not get no coochie, that's a failed date, bro. Or if you buy that meal for that man and you're coming home and then got no D, that's a failed date. Ain't no way I'm paying all that much and not getting nothing. I better get a kiss and a hug and a feel or something. Fuck. I don't know. These guys be saying that shit all the time. I ain't taking my girl out to no damn dinner. Man, $200 for two people. I'm like, oh hell no, bro. That's why I don't go no. I ain't going to no restaurant. I'm taking her to brunch. $50 a person. Eat all you want, woman. And I just spent $50. I'm good. Or it's your turn to pay. That's why I eat lobster at home. I ain't eating lobster in no restaurant. No, no. No, no. That's why I eat lobster at home. That meal I showed you guys with the 3 lobsters, the potato salad, the stuffing, and all that. If you were to go to a restaurant, 3 people with a whole lobster, not a half, a whole lobster like I had, and sides and all that, and then the cake for my mom and all the Mother's Day cake, that's $100 each, guaranteed. And I didn't even pay $100 for that. That was $50 a lobster. I paid half. Half, yo. No, no. I ain't going to no restaurant paying no big ass bill. That my heart would drop. I was like, no. Have you ever heard of the Ivy in LA? No. Never heard of it. Some people are from LA in here, so they might know. But what was that other place I was gonna say? Oh man. There was a place in Boston that I went to that was really nice. I can't remember the names. I got a good memory, but I just can't remember that shit. It's a popular restaurant all over the United States, but I can't remember the name for the life of me now. That sucks, man. I wish I remembered all the names. I haven't been away in a while, see, so I forget all the names and shit. Actually, let me see, because it's in the mall. Let me check something real quick. Let me see. Boston. No, not Houston. No, damn Houston. Boston, damn it. I hate when it goes to the wrong goddamn thing. B-Town. Okay, here we go. It's bothering me. I need to know. Oh, here we go. What restaurants are in there again? Oh shit, these are all new places. Cheesecake Factory has always been there. Then you got California Chicken. That was one of my favorite places. California Kitchen, California Chicken. California Kitchen is a place I really like in Boston. Cheesecake Factory is all right. but I can't remember the other place I used to go to, man. Fuck. They have all new places here now. See, I haven't been to Boston in 6 years. So this place that I used to go to, it doesn't even have the names of the there's all different places. Cheesecake Factory's still there, but California Kitchen isn't there anymore. Oh well, I can't remember the other place's name. Fuck it, I don't care. Whatever. Yeah, I don't go out to eat very often. Just on a special occasion, like if Mother's Day, we would have went to brunch, but because it was packed and there was no more room, I made the lobsters here and had them. We ate here. But then the week before, they went to brunch to a hotel place that has brunch, and I think they paid like 60 bucks each to eat there, which is expensive. 180 bucks for 3 people? You must be crazy. And for 180 bucks, you give me that money, I'll feed you for a couple days with some good shit. Better than that shit you're eating at that damn brunch, I guarantee it. Marky's Grill, I guarantee you it'll taste better. I'll be your damn, you can hire me to be your chef. Damn right. I even cook with, I even cook naked with just a apron on that says "Kiss the Cook." I know you would like that, Tanya. I know you would appreciate it. The food would taste better too. Oh, cool, Fiona. My sister went to Vegas twice in the last 2 years for her job, right? Because she's a buyer for her job, so she goes to Vegas every year, right? And she said that the first time she went to Vegas, she said it was more expensive than Bermuda. She couldn't believe it. She says that thank God her job paid for it because she would be so mad if she had to pay for it. She said it was ridiculous prices, worse than Bermuda. And I was like, oh, hell no, I don't want to go there. And she says, no, Mark, I didn't see no hoods on the street. I said, you didn't see no hoods on the street because you went during the day. Ain't no hoods out there during the day. They're out at nighttime. Them things are sleeping from taking plank all night, so they sleep all day. She started laughing. She goes, oh, maybe, but I guess maybe it was in the place that I was at. Because I said, if you see any hoods, tell them holla at me. Tell them your brother's in Bermuda waiting for them. So she was like, Mark, I ain't seeing no hoods. I've been walking on the street all day. I said, them hoods ain't coming out during the day, woman. They come out at night. Nighttime, yeah, in your hotel. They ain't worrying about you. You might hear him next door in the other room. But she said she went twice. She ain't seen no hoods and shit. But when she went to Amsterdam, she said it was crazy. It was hoods everywhere. She said everywhere she went, it was nothing but weed, stinking weed all day, and hoods everywhere. She says in Amsterdam, it's guaranteed you get some coochie or some D, whatever you want. But she says Vegas wasn't really like that to her, like how people portray it is. She says for her it wasn't. But mind you, she was in a certain area. She was probably in a business area, so, well, which she was. So it probably like wasn't like that. She probably weren't in the ghetto of LA, Vegas, I mean. But she said she loved it. It was nice there. Really nice hotels and really nice people and stuff that she met. But she says it was just way too expensive, ridiculous expensive. What goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go that far to Vegas because you got to take 2 flights to get there. I mean, it's not that bad. My sister says it wasn't that bad, but you just gotta like. See, I just don't like traveling that far and traveling that long. It's so annoying. I like quick little plane rides, like to here to Boston, here to New York, here to Atlanta, like 2 or 3 hours or whatever. You know, so I don't really like I don't really like long ass flights. I get impatient when I fly. I'm like, fuck, we ain't there yet. A lot of Californians migrate to Vegas, but now it's so dusty out there and hardly any vegetation. Yeah, I'm sure it's too fucking hot in California. I ain't going nowhere near that place. But I have family out there. My grandfather and my grandfather's brother and family were all out there. They all migrated there from Portugal. My grandfather worked there for years, and my cousins from California came to visit us one year in Bermuda. We met them all and stuff. It was really nice. I would love to because I have a lot of friends in California, and if I told them I was coming, they'd fucking handcuff my ass and don't let me go nowhere. They're dying for me to come out there. My grandfather and my family, they're from oh my god, what is the place called now? Fresno. My family is from Fresno, California. I'm sure you heard of that. But that's where my family's from. I have the address and everything still from back in the day. I don't know if they still live there, but that's where my grandfather worked in Fresno years and years and years ago. Yeah, he worked at a farm with cows and all sorts of shit, and they had like a raisin factory there where they put like they pick the raisins or they deal with the raisins or some bullshit. My mom was telling me. Uh, it was crazy. This is like years and years ago, obviously, right? So this is over 100 years ago because my grandfather died when I was 9 months old, and he was at that place 50 years before that. So 100 years ago, he was in Fresno working. So that's before any of us. But yeah, that's how long ago my family's been in California. My grandfather was there. Um, he worked there for I think 12 years, and he was his brother was there, and he stayed with his brother and his wife and the kids for years, and then went back to Portugal and then came back again. Yeah, yep. So if I do come there one day, I would like to go to Fresno and just hang out there and see, you know, where my grandfather worked and where my family is and all that shit. That'd be cool. A lot of those people are gone. They've been passed away already. There's probably some people my age or older that are still alive in the family tree. I would love to go track them down. So I've always wanted to go there, and what you call it, my friend. Oh my god, where are they from again? Oh my god, I have like three. I have no one. It's I have five people that used to come in here from Riverside, California. I think it's Riverside. Yeah, Riverside, California. If that makes sense. I think that's what it's called, Riversdale or Riverside, something like that. There's like five people that came in from the same place from here. They all connected with me here. Yeah, Riverside, California. Yeah. I had like five different people coming in here from that place. Yeah. Yeah. And they used to tell me, oh, Fresno is like a couple hours away from us. So come on, Mark, come over. We guys pick you up. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go nowhere hotter than Bermuda. Fuck that shit. Hey, Shakima, how you doing? Yeah, I have family that live in California, not LA, but California, like Fresno area. I actually have family that still live there in that area. Yeah. Like my mom gave me this envelope and with the address, and it said Fresno, California, and it had like the address there. Some fucking name, I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely Fresno. Because I looked it up and I found it. Because I was gonna go California a couple years ago, and then COVID hit and ruined everything for me. And then I just don't want to travel that far because California is far from here. You got to take two airplanes to get there, two flights, and it takes like pretty much the whole day to get there. And I hate waking up early and dealing with it. It's annoying. But if it was closer, I would do it. You know, I would love to go to California just so I can visit family or like see where they were or go to the address and just look at where everything, look at where my grandfather was and shit like that and my family. See if I could find some family members or somewhat. I have their names and last names and all that. So I would like to find out. I would love to go there for that. You know. Yeah, there's only one airport in Bermuda. It's called the LF Wade International Airport. It's only one. Bermuda is like really, really small. Bermuda is smaller than people think. We're like one of the smallest islands in the world, but one of the richest at the same way. I'm not rich, but there's a lot of fucking money in this island, that's for sure. But yeah, we're very small. It only takes an hour and a half to get from one side to the other, pretty much. You guys drive an hour and a half, you're like still in the same damn state. Here we're done from one side to the next, just like that. And there's no highways here. It's just one way in, one way out. There's no none of that shit here. And we drive on the left. It's very, very different here. If you came here, you'd be like, what the fuck's going on? But it's a beautiful place though, I can't lie. I wouldn't trade it for anything, to be honest. Like I've been all over the United States and I still won't trade it for Bermuda. Hell no. No fucking way. Hell no. Nah, not to me. Obviously because I've been here my whole life, but Bermuda life is good because you don't really have, you know, people shooting guns all over the fucking place, killing people every day. You don't really it's that like you can't speed here. There's nowhere to speed. Like if you speed, you're gonna die. So the The speed limit is 22 miles an hour. So you can't really go that fast. You can just like, do like 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers at the most. And if you do any more than that, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So it's very calm, it's peaceful. People are cool. They just mind their own business. They don't really like do dumb shit to you or nothing like that. If they know you're not from here, they're very accommodating. The hotels are beautiful here, but it's just the only downfall, like I said, it's too expensive. So if you're a person that lives in the States and you come here, you're gonna need a fucking shit ton of money just to be here for a week. And the only way you're gonna get over that is if you know somebody here where you can stay with them, or you find a nice Airbnb that's cheap. Or I can like lend you my yard outside if you want. Or you can sleep in the back of my van. It'll be cool. You'll be all right. Nah, I'm just teasing. But yeah, if you know somebody, like say if any of you wanted to come here, I would hook you up with a decent place. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just crash with me if you want. It's cool. I ain't gonna hurt you. Only if you want to be hurt. Yeah. Nah, but it's nice. It's a beautiful place to visit. But if I were you, I wouldn't come here in September. Because September is like hurricane season here is from June to November. But we usually get like hurricane shit like end of August and all of September and October. So you don't want to come around here around that time because you might end up being in a hurricane and you might never want to come back. That's the only other bad thing about living here is you deal with hurricanes, but you're not going to lose your house because houses here are like hurricane proof. They're full of fucking concrete and they ain't going nowhere. So ain't nobody lost their house like that in a hurricane. But damage, but not like nothing serious where you can't live in. Yeah. If you're a Libra and your birthday is in October or September, you probably want to check the weather schedule first. You can come here for your birthday, but make sure you check the weather forecast, the hurricane. Call the weather channel, or look at the weather. Oh, September 30th? No way. That's one of my best friend's birthdays. September 30th. I just finished talking to him a while ago. He's a Libra. He's one of my best friends, one of my DJ friends. He's September 30th. So yeah. Yeah, he's September 30th, no lie. Yeah. That's my boy. He's September 30th. He goes 53. I think he goes 53 this year. He's older than me a couple years. I just finished hollering at him before he came on here. My boy. Yeah, he's September 30th. And my dad was September 23rd. My nephew is September 25th. Yeah. Your bro is the next day? No shit. That's crazy. So that's like a double birthday back to back. But see, look how crazy that is. Like my dad is the 23rd and my nephew is the 25th, like literally 2 days right after each other. And your sister, so it's a bunch of Libras. What the fuck? Your parents must have had sex on the same fucking week every time they had you guys. If you subtract 9 months, it must have been one of their birthdays. It must have been one of their birthdays or a special fucking occasion. Must have been fucking Valentine's sex. Let me see. March, April, May, July, August, September, October. So no, it was probably a Christmas sex. It was probably New Year's. They bring in the New Year's and got drunk. And they said, nah, it's time for another baby. We're going to have another Libra. Yeah, it had to be. It fucking had to be. Because if you think about it, actually, no, you said September 30th, right? So September's the ninth month. So yeah, it was fucking Valentine's. It was Valentine's weekend. Unless your parents were in Aquarius and they had like a birthday in late January, early February, they must have said, yeah, it's my birthday. It's time to make another baby. And oh, you motherfuckers came out one right after the other in the same week. I'm telling you, that's what they did. They had sex 3 times in the same day, and all you guys came out right after. If your mom's in Aquarius, then I would say that's how it happened. Yeah, they must have had some Christmas, New Year's fun, but if you really do the math, it's the end of September, right? So it had to be like around that time because it takes 9 months, right? So 9 months. If you fuck on January 1st, then the baby's gonna be ready on September 1st. But see, these guys are late, so it must have been end of January, early February. So it must have been like a thing they had. Maybe they got too cold in the winter and they snuggled up, and then that's when it happened. I'm just playing around, Christy. Don't take this thing, I'm not trying to diss or anything. Yeah. Yeah, pre-Valentine's rump. Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't wait for Valentine's. They said, fuck that shit. Your mom is December 7th and your dad is December 30th. Oh, Lord have mercy. December 30th is Capricorn. December 7th is Sagittarius. December 7th is my ex's birthday. Sagittarius. She was my ex from 20 years ago, though. She fine as hell. God damn, she's fine. And you said your mom is fine, didn't you? You said your mom is beautiful. I guess it must be a December 7th thing. She's still the finest woman in Bermuda, in my opinion. I ain't seen her in a long time, but she's probably still fine as hell. Yeah, she's December 7th, too. Yeah, I'm being dead serious. Yeah, Sergeant Cap. Yep. Oh, you too, Fiona? June, July, August. So it looks like your parents is doing the same thing. Yeah, you told me that your mom is beautiful. So that's why, see, she was born on December 7th. Good Lord. And December 30th is the birthday of the guy I used to work with for years. December 30th, this asshole, I can't stand him. He's a Capricorn jackass. Me and him worked, we were really close. And then he fucked me over on this work shit, and I just didn't want to speak to him no more and got rid of him. And my ex-brother-in-law was the 29th of December, that piece of shit. I hate Capricorn men. They're assholes. Capricorn women, I can deal with them because my mom's a Capricorn. She's January 6th. I'm February 6th. It's so weird. My mom's January 6th. I'm February 6th. And then my brother and my uncle are June 26th. My sister is November 23rd, right? Her son is August 23rd, and my dad is September 23rd. How weird is that? That's crazy. And my older sister is April 15th. So we see my family was born all different months. My mom was January, I'm February. My brother's June, my sister's April, and my other sister's November, and my dad's September. We're all born different days. And my parents had us in different ways. Your dad is so sweet, though he's not mean at all. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we all have different experiences with different signs. Not every sign is bad, you know what I mean? It's just like what I tell people on here when I first came on YouTube. All these women were like, I hate Aquarius men. Aquarius men, you bastards. I fucking hate all of you. You're cheaters. You're pieces of shit. You're manipulators. And I'm like, holy shit. I said, all these people hate Aquarius man like that. What the fuck I do to you? I was like, I don't even know no Aquarius man. I can't even defend myself. Shit. I'm like, well, I'm not like that. Oh, what's your rising sign? I said Aquarius. Oh, maybe that's why you need to be a double Aquarius. Maybe that it cancels out the asshole in you. I'm like, no, I can be an asshole if you want me to. I can be an asshole. Keep testing me. Then you'd be on YouTube talking about, is Mark gonna call me back? No, because he's a double Aquarius, dumbass. He's gonna hang up twice. Yep. Hey, okay, Mari. Have a good night, sweetheart. Have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Fiona says, I think I love Capricorn so much because it's the opposite of me. I don't know about that. My opposite is Leo, and I definitely don't like Leos like that. Hell no. They can be, but Chinese bull, okay, man. They're not that way at all. Yeah, exactly. Shakima, yes, I'm Aquarius, Sun and Rising, and a Virgo moon. My Venus is in Aries, Pluto in Libra, Capricorn and Mercury, and Mars. I can't remember the rest. I think Uranus in something. I can't fucking remember. I don't know. I have my birth chart somewhere, but yeah, that's the ones I remember. Yeah, that's crazy, Tanya, how you were with both of them. What are you trying to imply, Shakima? Huh? What are you trying to imply with my Venus, Aries, and Venus? Hmm? Yeah, I know. I don't. Oh, Lord, Tanya. Oh, Lord. You went and put those two poor men in the grave, and they were tired of dealing with you. See, so it is true that women do drive men to the grave. See, you're a prime example. See, oh Lord have mercy. Fiona, you're absolutely right. I just finished telling my cousin the same thing. I was like, I can't stand seeing a man cry over some woman and shit. I'm like, not fucking me. Not in this lifetime. Hell no. I've only cried over one woman my whole life. And the only reason I cried because I felt like an idiot for allowing myself to get lied to for so long, because she was so good at it. She was a professional. And when I like went into my private investigator mode, I just cried for like a couple like minutes and shit, and I just said to myself, "You fucking idiot," And after that, I never really cried over anybody. But yeah, it's like an anger cry. Like it's not like like whatever. I was about to say something. I'm glad I didn't say it. But I had to catch myself. But yeah, it's an anger cry. Yeah, like fuck. Hey Sophie, how you doing? Yeah, that type of cry. And it's always like a fire sign that I get myself involved in with, and usually it's an Aries or a Sagittarius. I don't really rock with Leo chicks like that. But my high school sweetheart was a Leo. She was August 20th. I mean, sorry, 22nd. August 22nd. Um, that was my high school sweetheart. And after that, I didn't really have no other Leos like that. And then I had majority all Sagittarius women. It was so weird. When I look back on it, I say to myself, this is fucking crazy. How everyone, all the women I dated in high school was all like Sagittarius women in November, October, shit like that. And then I got involved with a few Aries chicks. So it's always a fire sign I was involved with. Always. Even the last one was an Aries. Christy said, I dated 3 Aquarians. 2 were crazy, like break the door down and poke their head in crazy. Here's Johnny. See, that's why Aquarian guys got a fucking bad name, but I don't do shit like that. I never banged down a goddamn door in my life. Hell no, because I know I'm gonna fix it. So I don't want to fix extra shit. I don't want extra work. Fuck that. Yeah, Shakima, they are. A lot of Leo women always are about themselves. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Your sister's August 13th. And Fiona, you're a Cancer, right? As far as I remember. Yeah, you have to state that you're generalizing, Shakima, because they get sensitive, The topic is talking about ex psychos. Yeah, we're just talking about certain signs and things like that. What we like and what we don't like. But yeah, I've had like majority fire sign girlfriends for sure. And my sister's a Sagittarius and we're best friends. So yeah. And then she's the only fire sign in our family. Well, actually, no, my other sister's an Aries, but I don't get along with her. We don't get along at all. That ain't happening. My older sister's an Aries, and she's a ripe royal bitch, selfish as shit. But my sister, Sagittarius, the younger one, she's cool as fuck. She'll do anything for you. Yeah, she's cool. And I get along with like Taurus. If you're a Taurus or a Scorpio, I get along with you because we're fixed signs and we're all pretty much cool, like. And I pretty much get along with a little bit of everybody, but I can't stand Leo and Capricorn men. I can't do that. The only Leo man that I like is Dan. Dan's cool as fuck. He never rubbed me the wrong way. He never said anything stupid or dumbass or stuck up like most of them do. Capricorn men, I've dealt with nothing but assholes. I don't know one Capricorn guy that I like. They're all assholes. They think they're better than everybody else, and they think they know everything but nothing. Jack of all trades and master of none. And Aquarius women, I have a lot of Aquarius women friends. I dated an Aquarius Venezuelan girl in Boston for a while, and then she had to go back home, and I never heard from her ever since. Typical Aquarius, behavior. They're like, fuck you, bye, I'm gone. I have better things to do. I have life to deal with. But yeah, I dated her very, very briefly, but she was cool. But yeah, I don't really know any Aquarius guy friends. I don't have any. Your best friend is a Sag, yeah. Sag people are cool. I like Sagittarius women. They're cool as fuck. And I love Virgo people too. Virgo women are like some of my favorite people. I have so many Virgo women friends. My nephew is a Virgo, and him and I are the closest. Sue, that passed away on here, she was a Virgo, and she was one of my best friends on here. So yeah, I get along with Virgo women and men, no problem. My client, my main client, he's a Virgo. Yeah. So my dad's a Libra, and him and I were close. I think it just depends, and I always mention this a lot, is remember that every sign shares 2 months. You see what I'm saying? So I'm a February Aquarius. So you might not get along with February Aquariuses. You might get along more with January Aquariuses. And it is a thing. You know what I'm saying? It really is a thing if you think about it. Because sometimes if you really analyze it, you can say no way, it's both months, and which I know for Aries, it's both months for me. Now for Capricorn, right? The January Capricorns don't rub me the wrong way. It's the December ones. You got me? And Sagittarius, the December and the November are fine. They don't. I'm cool with both months, right? So that's the thing. It doesn't matter. It's sometimes you gotta go by the month. No, my dad's September 23rd, and my nephew is 25th. Well, see, there you go. That's why I say that, because it actually is for real. Like, yeah, my dad's the 23rd of September, and my nephew's the 25th, and one of my best friends is the 30th. September is like my favorite month. Every time September comes, something good happens to me. It's so weird. I guess it must be like my month, I guess, even though I'm not born in it. But every time September comes, I started my channel on September 18th. I started my business on September 20th. And some of the most closest people I'm to is on the September too. Like September Virgos, I'm very close to. I know at least 20 people with birthdays in September, and they're all good friends to me. Yeah, so yeah. August Virgos. Yeah, my nephew's the 23rd of August, and him and I are very close. But he can be, a pain in the ass. But I know so many September Virgos. Holy shit! When September comes, I have like every single person I know. Like I say happy birthday. I say happy birthday a million times in September, and it's just my month. It's a month that happens. A lot of good things happen to me. It's weird. Oh, cool, Gala. On September 2nd, 10th, and 27th. Shit. And one of your exes and his father were also the 22nd. Shit. See that? Yeah. I know a lot of people in September. Tons. Yeah. Here's another Virgo. See? As soon as I say Virgo love comes in here. She's one of my favorite Virgos too. Right, Virgo? I think Virgo is yeah, your birthday is in September too, right? No, it's not on mute. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're talking about September Virgos. So you came in just in time. I'm trying to think when your birthday is. I think your birthday is on the 6th or something like that. Is it the 6th? I can't remember when your birthday is. I think it's the 6th of September. 9th. There you go. 9th. Yeah, 9th. Yeah. I knew it was around the first week or second week. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, I knew it was in September. Yeah, Shakima's a Virgo too. I got my two of my favorite Virgos are here now. Yeah, that's right. You're the 6th. That's who it is. You're the 6th, and I'm the 6th. Yes. Right. I knew it. Because one of my psychic friends, she's September 4th. Then it's you, the 6th. And then Sue was on the 8th, I believe. I think it's the 8th. Her birthday was the 8th. And then Virgo Love is 9th. And then my other friend, she's on the 10th. And then I think SR is on the 12th, I think. It's something like that. Like, I know all you guys was like literally one after the other. I had all of you in here at the same time. And all of you were like one right after the other. It was crazy. Fucking hell. Yeah, exactly. You guys would be here the same week and everybody be one right after the other. Yeah, I'm Virgo moon, but I love Virgos. I can't even say anything bad about any Virgo I know, to be honest. I always had a connection with Virgos, for sure. They were always in here giving me a hard time, all up, aggravating the shit out of me, looking for D. You know? It literally just clipped out just now, and I had to reboot it like 2 seconds. I reconnected it, disconnected just now. So if you guys got a little glitch just now, it just told me to reload the page. I'm like, wow. Must have been Sue. She must have said, you better tell everybody. You better tell everybody I'm your favorite Virgo. Yeah, it just clipped out. The whole page went white and it said reload. And I'm like, what the fuck? As soon as I mentioned, I said, Sue's my favorite Virgo. She's like, you fucking better be my favorite Virgo, you mofo. We talking about these mofos that you're damn Virgo. I am. Click. Yep. I got hounded by these damn Virgos. It was the other, I'm sure you know. No, I weren't hating on no reason. No. You all, the reason why your reads came out the way it did, right, is because you Virgos are too damn picky. See, you wanted some fucking knight in shining armor, and I weren't talking like that. Hell no. You want too damn much. You want a man that's rich and buy everything for your cheap Virgo asses. You want a D 24/7. You all want it too damn much. Every time I read Virgo, the comments, first comment, Mark, what the fuck? Why you always hating on Virgos? Why is it that we can't get no D? Why you said we're not gonna have a relationship for 6 months? Why you said this year ain't gonna be my year? I hate you. I ain't listening to your readings no more. And I would say, look, baby, you always got me. Come on now. When all fails, you got me. I don't want you. I ain't coming out there just to get D. I want D here. I want somebody here. I was like, why can't I help you then? And then come back again and listen again and criticize me again. Especially like 2 months before COVID hit, people actually stopped watching me. They was like, yeah, this guy's only got negative shit to say. It was probably the most negative readings I ever got was like 2 months before COVID. And then when COVID hit, everybody came in here and said, well, Mark, now we know why shit was all fucked up and negative. You was already seeing what was going on. And I said, well, I didn't know. How the fuck am I supposed to? I didn't know fucking COVID was gonna hit. And that was like when I was first on here, like first couple months I was on here. And everybody was talking shit, mad at me. Oh, it don't make sense. You better shuffle your cards. You better get another deck. And I even changed the deck. I said, look, I'm sorry, guys. It's all negative. What the fuck you want me to do? And then COVID hit, and then everybody was in here. Mark, when is this gonna stop? When is this gonna end? When is it gonna get better? And I remember telling somebody in here that it won't get better until October of this year. And then it was like, what? October? It's only March. This can't be. We gotta wait till October for things to get better. And that's when shit started getting better. Where you actually could like, do a little bit more. You didn't feel like you was in prison all the time. Even though it was still like bad, but at least you guys, can go outside and do shit and start to work again to a certain extent. But everybody was mad at me. They were all pissed. I don't want to see no more readings anymore. I need to get away from tarot. I'm like, look, what do you want me to tell you? Want me to lie to you? Imagine if I lied to everybody and told them everything was going to be fine and then COVID hit and destroyed everybody's life. See, that's why it's very important to tell the truth. Because you look like a fucking idiot. Twenty 2020 changed everybody's life. I don't care who you are. It changed your life in some way. It definitely changed mine because I was on here all year that year. And I said to myself, look at this shit. I can't believe that I came online months before it happened to prepare me for this moment. And I still couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is crazy. How the fuck did how did this all happen? And that's what made me believe a lot more in God and more in like life and spirit. And I said, wow, they prepared me 6 months before on my channel. They prepared me in 2019, September 18th, 2019 is when I started this channel. And literally 6 months later, COVID hit. It prepared me to get to be on here. I was already 6 months into it. So I had a decent bit of people in here. And it put food on my table that whole year and still does. So I was very grateful for Spirit and God to put me in that predicament, because I couldn't go work. I had to go work in people's houses and shit. My job was to go to people's houses and fix shit, but I couldn't. I had to be here. Couldn't go nowhere. Couldn't go to somebody's house. I remember Christmas, we couldn't even be with each other. Yeah, and I took food from other people. That's right, Shakima, you're right. Did I ever catch COVID? Yeah, I got it. And I was sick for like 3 days, and that was it. And I never got the shot either. All it gave me was a lot of headaches and nauseousness, and I didn't eat for like 3 days, and then after that I was fine. I just drank Gatorade and crackers and shit. Yeah, I was only sick for like 3 days. And then I mean, I didn't work for a whole week. When I got it, I couldn't work like for a whole week. But like for 3 days straight, I was like pretty sick. like, out of it. But then I took like 3 more days to recover and I felt better. Within like 6 days, I was like pretty much feeling all right. That's right. You're right. Shakim, I took people's food off the table. And now, I have more drama. You know, I have more crazy people accusing me of things every day. It's been so quiet with no drama. And of course, somebody has to bring drama around here. So lately, I had to deal with some more bullshit. People talking shit. People acting like I'm some fucking bad person or something, like I did something wrong. People blaming me for their own mistakes. It never finishes. It never ends. There's always a crazy fucking person around here at some point in time. Ain't nothing new though. There's always some crazy fucking person around I have to get rid of. Oh no, Christy, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, at least you didn't die and you're here. That's a good thing. But yeah, I never felt like I was gonna die. I just felt like weird. I had like massive headaches. I felt nauseous, but I was cool though. I was told to drink Gatorade and eat some crackers and try and keep hydrated as much as I can, which I did, and I survived it. It didn't feel right. It felt weird, you know. Shit, I've gotten food poison and I felt worse than that. So it wasn't really. I didn't really. I got COVID because I took the test and I said I had it. And then everybody was worried about me. You need to go get the vaccine. Come on, Mark. You're the only one in our family that doesn't get it. I said, I don't need that shit. I have God in my heart. I don't give a fuck what you people say. I ain't getting that shit. And I never will. Because I believe in God and I ain't worried about that shit. And sure as hell, I'm here today, still believing and still receiving. And I ain't worried about no fucking bullshit. Hell no. Hell no. One thing about me, I'll never get that shit. Fuck no. No, no. No, no. You believe and you'll receive. Trust me. If you believe God and spirit is your doctor, your nurse, your medicine, your pills, your salvation, then you're good to go. But I can't help you. I can't make you believe. I can't teach you to believe. You just have to believe. If you do, then you ain't gonna have nothing bad happen to you. That's why I'm here every day smiling and happy and shit. Obviously, yes, I have the devil always comes around to taunt you, of course. And when they come, you just delete them and get rid of them. It's that simple. I don't want no low vibrational fucking devilish people around me. Fuck that. And that's what everybody's problem is. They don't know how to get rid of that of people. They want people to leech off of them, or sometimes you gotta learn the hard way, right? We all do. Sometimes you be cool with somebody and they stab you in the back right away. Could be a month later, 2 months later, a year later, 2 years later, and that's it. Yeah, I agree. If you stay high vibrating and you do what you got to do, then that's all that matters. I feel like I'm a prime example of that. Not just me, but I just feel I am. And that's why, like I always said to everybody, that you are who you hang around and you are who you want to be. You can only be who you want to be. You want to be, shit, you're going to be shit. You want to be good, you want to do the right thing, you want to make your life better, then you can make it happen. It's very easy. You just got to do it. But some people have too high of an expectation for what they want to be. And then some people don't want to fulfill those expectations to get to where they want to be. That's up to them. That's their problem. But, yeah. I feel like the key to the key to like being happy and the key to, to being who you really need to be is being yourself and taking care of yourself and having more self-love for you and you only. If you allow too many people in your circle, then you're going to find out that that's a big mistake. Don't be friends with too many people. And don't be friends with too many people, and don't be too personal with somebody right away. That's the biggest downfall of humanity. Is people get too close too soon. Just like a relationship, you get too connected too soon. I meet you today, fuck you tomorrow. That's not how our life is supposed to be. Yeah. If you want to buy a hoe, just go do it. You know what I'm saying? That's one example. Another example is like when you meet somebody, get to know them. See what they're about. Interrogate them if you have to. But don't just spread your life all over the world. You never know who you're really talking to. You know what I mean? And that's just like believing in God and spirit. If you don't have a high belief in God, then you should have a high belief in spirit. Spirit meaning the people that have died before you, like your deceased dad, mom, brother, sister, child, auntie, grandma, whatever, friend. Those are the people that can help you more than you ever think. So you don't really need to like call upon God every day. You just call upon your ancestors and the people that have died before you. And that's going to help you a million times more than what you think. Well, your spirit guides are not a fucking famous Pokemon that you see on TV. People think that a spirit guide is an animal or it's a fucking, symbol or something or some fucking caveman from 1920. That's not what spirit guides are. Spirit guides are your actual family, your actual friends, and your actual shit. Like, your mom, your dad, grandparents, friends. Your pets can be your spirit guides too, yes. But not no fucking creature out there that's some out there. Because some of these weirdos on here will tell you, oh, your spirit guide is an Egyptian lady and she built the pyramids in 1804, February 19th. And oh my God, she's so beautiful. And she's definitely Egyptian. No, that's not what it fucking is, dumbass. It don't work that way, stupid. I've heard a woman say that shit on here, and I almost wanted to throw something through the fucking TV at her. I'm like, you're delusional. Your spirit guides are your damn family. They guide you, spiritually guide you through your day and through your life. When I do mediumship, I don't see no fucking cavemen and no Vikings and no motherfucking Egyptians and all this bullshit these people talk about. Never seen that shit in my life. Never, ever. You see people that are in your life or was in your life. And if you don't know who they are, then there's somebody that you don't know that's helping you. But majority of the time, that don't really come through that much. They usually want to show you somebody that you know so they can make you believe in that. You got me? But don't ever believe spirit guides are some ungodly things, because it isn't. That's just my opinion, by the way. Take it or leave it. Until you can prove me otherwise, then just imagine someone telling you. Say you come to me, right? Let's just put this in perspective. If you say, oh, Mark, I want to know who my spirit guides are, and I was told by another medium that I have an Egyptian lady named Arugo Sagi, whatever, and this woman is like helping me. She's my guide. Can you tell me if you see that? I'm going to tell the person right off the bat. That medium that you dealt with, they were on crack, they was on some drugs, or they watched too much motherfucking movies. Or maybe spirit don't like you, so they hired some fucking moron from Egypt from back in the day to be your spirit guide because you don't believe in shit. That's what that woman saw, whoever that fucking medium was. They was on crack. That shit ain't like that. You ain't that privileged to be having some spirit guide from fucking 100, 300 years ago. Out of your damn mind? It don't work that way. No. I very highly doubt that those things are real. And I don't, ain't nobody gonna, if somebody came to me and said, hey, Mark, I'm a medium too. And, I see this Viking guy and he has that helmet with the horns that go like this. And he has a sword and he has this fluffy underwear and looks like a wrestler from 20 years ago. And, this guy is helping you and he's your spirit guide and he's your everything. He's protecting you with his sword and spirit. I'd have been like, yep. What drugs you took today? Do you drink and smoke? Yes, you do. Okay, well then don't tell me about nothing. You're watching too much movies. You're seeing a lot of hallucinating shit. Hell no. And see, if somebody told you that and you believe it, that's stupid on you. Because mediums don't do that dumb shit. They tell you who your family is. They tell you, look, this is the person that's around you. You think your deceased parents or grandparents are gonna let some goddamn fucking Egyptian or a fucking Viking be your spirit guide or whatever? That shit's bullshit. Don't believe that shit. You'll never hear me say spirit guides. Never ever. I'll say, your spirit family, your spirit team. And if I do say spirit guides, I'm referring to your family. Not no damn fucking Croatian or, some fucking fish that's your spirit guide that you go swim with. No. My opinion on that is also the same way. I don't believe that. Because when I was born, right, my grandfather had died 5 months before that. So that was already in the plan. So when my grandfather died when I was 5 months in my mother's belly, I feel like my grandfather died and then he became my first spirit family because that's the first person to die in my lifetime. So whoever's the first person to die in your life when you're a baby or even before you become a baby, that's the person that's in line first to take care of you. That's my opinion. And like I said, I could be wrong and you could be on what you're saying is right. It's all about what we believe it is, right? But my opinion, I believe it's that because when I do mediumship, and if you've seen me do mediumship on here, it's there's hardly ever a time, maybe a 5%, maybe it's 5% of people I read where they say I don't know who that is. There's only 5% of the people I read for that would say I don't really know who that is. And that's probably why, because they've never seen the person, because it was the first person assigned to them. But 95% of the time, it's someone that, when I say something, it's somebody they know. And I'm just going off by what I deal with and how I see things and how I have experienced it. So I can only speak from my experiences. You got me? So that's how I deal with it. So when people say, oh, spirit guides get appointed to you, I don't believe that. Because how can somebody get appointed to you when they don't even know you? So you're gonna let your child be born and with somebody that's not even in your family? No. it goes to the last person to die before you. So that's why I made the example. My grandfather died 5 months before me. He died when I was 5 months old. So when I was 9 months old and I was born, my other grandfather died. So back to back, one grandfather died 5 months before I was born, and one died 9 months after I was born. So that right there is two grandfathers right off the bat as my first two spirit family. You got me? So that's my belief. So then it's the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person. So for the past 49 years I've been alive, right? So for the 49 years I've been alive, all the people that have died in my family are appointed to me. You got me? So now at 49 years old, I have a spirit army full of people. And that's just my family, my immediate family. Grandfathers, grandmothers, aunties, uncles, whatever. Parents, all of that is all included. Now you have that section, which is your most powerful spirit section, is your family. That's your ancestors, your family. Then you have friends. Then you have pets. And that's the only people that are your spirit family guides, whatever you want to call them. There's no such thing in my opinion where you can, because if that was the case, then every time I read for somebody in a mediumship way, I would see people you never knew. So what's the sense of me doing it? You would think I'm lying. Because you'd be like, I don't know who that person is, Mark. I don't know who you're describing. And that only happens 5% of the time that I do mediumship, where somebody would be like, Mark, I don't know who you're talking about. And then the person will come back to me and say, hey, Mark, I looked at a photo and the person you described is this one. Can I send it to you? Yeah, sure. I'll look at the photo and be like, yep, that's the person. Oh, the reason I didn't know who they were because they died before I was born. I rest my case. It's never somebody you don't know. Only a fake medium is going to tell you somebody you don't know, because they can't see the real people, because the real people ain't going to allow you to see them because they know they just want to get money from you or they want to bullshit you. So when you come to somebody like me, it's going to be real as fuck, because I'm only going to see who's in your real life, who really takes care of you for real, for real. There is nobody else. It never will be anybody else. It's bullshit. And I think I've proved that enough. Anybody who knows me knows that those things don't happen when I do mediumship. There's never nobody that you don't really know like that. And if it is, it's because you don't know your own family. You might be an orphan. You might be like a person that never really have family. You don't even know your fucking family. You got me? So that's the only way that's going to happen. So I hope that made sense and answered your question, Christy. And I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to that, I'm very passionate about what I believe in that aspect, because I think people bullshit people too much with that whole spirit thing. It's pouring outside, Tanya. Make sure you don't get wet. Totally good. I'm glad it makes sense. Stay safe, Tanya. So yeah, I mean, you're not the only person who asks me those things, Christy, and you're not going to be the last either, because a lot of people ask me what my opinions are on those things. And I don't, every time I answer something like that, I know there's somebody that says, yeah, this motherfucker thinks he knows everything. But I know what I'm talking about because I actually do it. I actually do it every day. And I prove it on here live. No problem. That's why I can talk the way I can on here. I can talk like this every day because I'm a living fucking person that actually does it for real, for real. And that's why people come to me for this shit because I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna give you somebody that you don't know. It's best to give you somebody you know because it makes it that much realer, you know? Now if somebody did mediumship for me and I never met my grandfather, both of them, I never really saw him. I saw my grandfather when I was 9 months old, but obviously I don't remember. But I have pictures of them. I know what they look like. I have their pictures upstairs, right? So if somebody said, "Hey, your grandfather," I have a man in spirit, not even grandfather. I have a man in spirit. He has this color hair. He looks like this. He's that, he worked at this place or he did that. Then I know that person's real. I know that person's talking about my grandfather. You see what I'm saying? But if a medium came to me and said, "Hey, both my grandfathers and my godfather, my uncle, all three of them did the same thing, the same profession to a certain extent. But all of them are different heights and different weights and different ages. So if they wanted to get specific, I would know exactly who they're talking about." And the first mediumship reading that I got from my friend that taught me about mediumship and got me into it and told me that I can do the same thing she does, and she was right. She's also an Aquarius. God bless her soul. I actually connected with her this year for the first time in a long time. And I remember the first mediumship reading she gave me, it was live, just like this. And she said, "Mark, there's a really tall man around you. This motherfucker's like 7 feet. And he's got a hat, he's got boots, looks like he works in the farm." And I was like, "Oh, that's my uncle. That's my godfather. That's my boy. That's like my second dad." You know, me and him was close. And he taught me a lot of shit. He's one of the most decent people I've ever met in my life. And he always loved me, always let me stay at his house when I went to Portugal and shit, always gave me shit. He was an uncle like me. He loved kids, never had kids, but loved kids. And like he was like one of the best people in my life to the day he died. And he even left things for me. Like he left me his watch, his jewelry, money. Like he gave me shit. Like he was a great uncle. That's why I always wanted to be like him, you know? And I am. So when she said that, I started crying. I was like, no fucking way. Like, how the fuck did this woman know about my uncle? This can't be. So I was so fascinated with the power this woman had to see my uncle, and she didn't even know me like that. And how the fuck can she know my uncle? I've never publicized it or said anything about him. And that's when I knew, from that day on, I knew mediumship was real. And then I saw her do it for other people online, and I'm like, fuck, this woman's amazing. And I was like, this can't be real, man. Let me see if she gets this one right. Every person she read like a fucking book. People was in there crying and shit, giving her money. She was just going, hey, honestly, she went into like this trance one time. The person was talking through her. She was all crying and shaking, going red and shit. She was on another level. She's the best medium I've ever seen in my life. And she's the one who taught me how to do mediumship and taught me how to control it. She cared about me. She did a lot for me. I owe her a lot. And I'm so glad I got to talk to her this year. I wish I can bring her on here. You guys will fucking die. You think I'm funny? She's funny as shit. She's fucking amazing. I wish I can get her here. That'll be a dream come true. No, she's not on YouTube. She only does like, she was on a website called Oranum. There's a website, it still exists. It's a psychic website. It's called Oranum, Oranum. It's a psychic website. I don't go on there no more because there's all a bunch of idiots over there now. But this is like, I'm talking about, this is like 20 years ago. And she tore it up. She was the best psychic on there. People talk shit about her, but trust me, mediumship ain't nobody better than her that I know. And she read me like a book. She was the best ever medium that I know. Ain't nobody better than her. And I spoke to her, emailed her, talked to her, and I pretty much like indirectly begged her to help me to like unleash my gift and to help me control it. She's an Aquarius too, right? She was born in January. And she did my birth chart one time. And she says, Mark, you're a double Aquarius. Holy shit. I said, what the fuck does that mean? She goes, it just means you're a double pain in the ass. Right? So we had a good laugh. And I didn't know anything about astrology or birth charts, but she, set me up and whatnot. We were very close. And we were like brother and sister, right? She's a beautiful woman too, man. She's so fucking cool, right? Yeah, double the fun. I love her to death, always will, because she helped me unleash my gift and she helped me. She encouraged me. She never hated on me or anything like that. And one day I read her and she was like, see, I told you. Told you were right, Mark. See, I told you had the gift. You just had to like trust it. And I was like, I was probably in my late 20s when I did it for the first time. And I was like so fascinated on how the fuck it all worked. And then I started doing it more and more and more. And I was like, fuck, this is easy. I can do this. This is fun. I can handle it. The next thing you know, I started to get like I started to smell stuff. I started to like taste things and I was like, what the fuck? So I called her back and I was like, yo, I smelled like fucking cigarette smoke and I don't even smoke I don't even smoke in my house. And then I smelled like onions and shit. I smelled like I got scent. She goes, oh yeah, that's spirit around you. I said, I even smelled my godfather's aftershave when he died and shit. 'Cause my godfather died 26 years ago. And I was doing mediumship around that time. And I said I smelt my godfather today, like the aftershave he had, because he even gave me like the rest of the bottle. And when he died, my godmother gave me the rest of his stuff. Like, and I was like, I don't even use aftershave. That shit burns my fucking face. So she was like, look, like this is this is the things that you're gonna experience. You're gonna experience the smells, the tastes. Like one time I did a mediumship reading for someone, and I tasted blood. Like how you have blood in your mouth and you taste it like, and it tastes all weird and shit. You know how you get like knocked in your mouth, and then you feel like that blood taste in your gums and shit, or you got to go to the dentist and you taste the blood. And I was in here one day and I was like, what the fuck? They're like copper, exactly. And I tasted it. I said, so I was doing a mediumship reading, and I think it was on here this year I did. I think it was this year on here I did it for somebody. And I said, yo, I taste fucking blood, like. And the person told me that they fucking their face went up against the windshield and they died in a car accident or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but something like that. And I was like, yeah, I feel like I feel this person's like blood in their mouth and shit. Like that stuff like that like freaks me out. Like it's weird how they have the power to make you smell shit, taste things, feel things. Like you get all fucked up and you feel shit. You're like, I remember like I read for Star Lourdes Tarot, my friend. She came in here one day and it was all the sun coming in, right? And I read for her about her brother because she like never got a medium shit reading. She was scared to do it. So my friend convinced her. She came in here and honest to God, I went like this, and all you saw was all my hair is sticking up. on both my arms. I went like that. And my hair was like up, and all you saw was all the goosebumps all over my hands and shit, all over my. And everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And then she was like, "I can't believe this is the best day ever." I got to talk to her brother for her and stuff. Sometimes it's like the most craziest, amazing shit ever. It's like sometimes I finish and I'm like, I can't believe this shit just happened. But it's a cool thing to have. It's a cool thing to do because you help people, like how much joy I bring to people just by doing that shit. And and joy it brings to me too. It brings a lot of joy to me. I love helping people. I love helping, like tapping into spirit and giving people that joy and happiness that they know that their past loved ones are with them and shit. It's the coolest shit ever. But I owe everything to my friend. Shout out to her. I love you to death for helping me, But if I didn't like get a mediumship with her, I would have never believed it, to be honest. Because I still sometimes I think it's bullshit, but it's not. Obviously not now. But even when I was doing it back then, I didn't think it was real. I thought that I was getting lucky or I was too high or something. And then I stopped getting high and drunk and like fucking smoking cigarettes for 9 years now. So the last 9 years, I realized it was really real because I didn't have nothing interfering. You see what I'm saying? So, and I felt like if I did that, if I was clean, then I can actually tap into it even more. So I would say like the last 9 years has probably been like really, really crazy. But I would say the last maybe 3 to 4 years, and since I've been on here, it's been like really cool. But the last couple years, it's been very powerful, more powerful than ever. I feel like the longer you do it, and you do it right, and you do it in a humble, decent way, and don't like abuse it, you'll get more and more powerful every year, every day. Yeah, you definitely know when you're connecting. Even if the opposite person like if I'm reading for you and you get goosebumps or something flickers where you are, you know that's the connection right there. Mediumship is amazing. I wish that everybody can feel it. You know what I'm saying? I wish everybody can feel that power because it's like it'll make you look at life differently. And that's why I say and do the things I do and say the things I say sometimes because I know like exactly what it's like. So that's why I take death a lot different than most people. You can, if you want to, if you're open to it, you can do it. It's up to you really. But some people really have like that gift. It's just meant for them to do. It's like a natural thing. Like I don't have to sit here and be like, let me see, it just happens. It's like poof, it comes out of nowhere. Like I'll be shuffling a card and then poof, like spirit will be like, hey look, I need you to talk to this person right now that you're putting a card for. And then I'll see the person and I'll be like, what the fuck is going on here? And then that's it. The cards go to the side and then the mediumship kicks over. So it's just a lot of people can do it. A lot of people have the gift, but they just don't know they have it. I always denied it. I knew I always had it, but I denied it too much. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. I ain't talking to no fucking dead people. I ain't talking to none. No, no. You ain't freaking me the fuck out. You ain't coming to me in my goddamn sleep or coming talking my ear all damn day. Hell no. But see, I never had that problem. They didn't bother me like that. They only come when they're supposed to. But you have to tell them that. Sometimes you gotta fuck them off and say, look, I don't want you around me like that. Leave me alone. I'm had enough. Sometimes you have to put your foot down and say, no, 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 no. That's enough for tonight. And then when you actually do a reading for somebody, if you got one of those blabbermouth fucking spirits, you're like, nah, bro, I'm right. That's enough. You know, my mediumship readings are half an hour to an hour. You've been here for too fucking long. Get cracking now. You go hang out with them. You want to be with them so bad. Sometimes I gotta tell them that shit. I gotta tell them, look, I'm heading off for today. That's it. Can you connect with pets that have passed for others? What do you mean have passed for others? I can connect with pets, yeah. That's easy. I can describe the pet and all that, and if I describe the right pet, the right color or the right breed or whatever, then we're on the right track. All I have to do is find the pet. I don't never want nobody to tell me anything. Because if you tell me, then I'm automatically gonna try and look for that, or it's gonna automatically come through, which I don't like. So I would like if you said, "Can you connect with my pet cat or something like that?" I'll be like, "All right, cool, yeah, yeah." But I'm saying you worded that different. You said, "Can you connect with pets that have passed for others?" Like that. And I just didn't. I guess I'm reading it a different way. But like you said, like my pet that passed. Yeah, for sure. So if you have a dog that passed away, right? And you said, I want to know if my dog's okay in spirit or whatever, I'll be like, okay, cool, I'll check. But I never want you to tell me what pet it is, or even if it was a dog or a cat or whatever. You know, that's one thing. That's how you know a medium is real. You never tell them nothing. All you do is say, look, I want to know about my past pet. And you can say, okay, it's my cat. Don't even say the cat's name. Don't even say what the cat looks like. I just want to know. All I want to know is what pet you want me to check. You know, if it's a cat or a dog, and then I want to describe it. I want to bring it in, and I want to tell you exactly what that pet did, or things like that. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't like people feeding me information because then it fucks up the reading. Like it makes me like already, automatically have the image in my brain. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, we can try someday. It won't be a problem. I can try for you. But, that's the thing. I can do the pet things. It's easy. Sometimes sometimes you don't even have to like say anything. It'll just show up. The pet will show up. So, and it doesn't matter how long they've been gone either. All that shit don't matter either. Yeah, we could try one day if you want. That's fine. Just to give you closure on it or whatever, or you want to see what they're doing. Or usually pets have an interpreter, which means they have a voice. Like a voice will speak for them. Like you won't see the cat talk or the dog go, "Hey, what's up? Tell Christy I love her." The cat don't do that, or the dog won't do that. The animal won't do that. Like it ain't a horse like Mr. Ed where he talks, like, or Garfield. It ain't like that. What is you'll hear a person's voice and it'll tell you what that cat is thinking or saying or whatever. It'll be a random voice and the spirit will talk for the animal. Or the animal will show like where it is. Like if the animal had like a certain toy or they was on a certain color blanket or they slept with you in your bed, they're gonna show you in your bed and where you are, the colors of the bed, the walls, they're gonna show you where they are. So that's how I can connect with them. It's like they'll walk to where they are and show me where they sleep, or when they were alive, they will show me the other pet they're around, shit like that. Who is the last person I did a pet mediumship for? It was recently too. I did that shit. I think Kitty was one of the last people I did because when her cat passed away last month, I think Kitty's cat passed the beginning of this month or last month, end of last month. Her cat Milo, and I saw the cat, and I was saying how the cat was sleeping with her and still sleeping with her. And she said that she felt the cat rub up against her face. And I was like, yeah, the cat shows me it's in your bed with you. So I think I read for her like just the other day about that. I think I told her that the cat was there or whatever. I can't remember. I think it was. She was like the last person I read for Animal was. But there's a few people in here who lost their dogs and their pets, and I told them where they were and when they were coming back. So even if you lose your pet, I can find out where they are and tell you if they're coming back, if they're dead or alive, and all that shit. There's actually 3 people that I did it for recently. Lucky, that came in here just now, Lucky Sprite. Her cat was missing, and I said in 5 days you'll find him. And the cat was on top of the roof of the neighbors, and then she found him and bring him down. Sophie that comes in here, her dog got lost, right, for a while, and come to find out the her dog was like next door or some shit like that. I can't remember. Yeah, I think they ended up being next door. She ended up finding him a couple days later. And I told her, don't worry, the dog's alive, everything's fine. So I helped her find her dog. And then Starlight, that comes in here, her dog Poppy got lost during a winter storm, ran off. And then I said, look, your dog's with somebody. And it's got like a wooden like house and all that shit. And she goes, oh shit, I know where that is. So she ended up putting up like some signs up the dog and shit. And a couple of days later, she found the dog. And the dog's still there now, jumping around like it's crazy. She put videos up and we see him sometimes of her dog Puppy. Yeah. So I help find pets and shit like that. Yeah. It was just like yesterday. Wasn't it yesterday I told you I described that girl? And you said, yeah, that's the girl that hates everybody and all that shit. It doesn't even, see, spirit allows you to see living people and living things too. Yeah, you can use a pendulum to find them. Yeah, you can do it. If you did it, that means that you have a gift to do it. So that's good. If you can see, mediumship is not only dead people. You can do live shit. I can see you in your own house if I want to. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but it's damn well true. If I want to, right, and if spirit gives me the power, I can know exactly where you live and like what your house looks like, where you are right now. They can show me you and everything if they want to. I've already proved it. One time, my friend Caddy, she's crazy. She's a Gemini, right? I love her to death. Shout out to Caddy. I love you, baby. And her and I used to talk mad shit in here, right? And one time I said, I know where you are right now. Spirit, show me. She goes, where am I? I said, you're in your fucking bathroom and you're about to get a bath. And the bathroom looks like this. And the wall looks like this. The tile looks like this. She goes, you better get out of my motherfucking bathroom. And ever since that day, she says, Mark, you want to take a bath with me? I mean, she always used to put like the bathtub emoji in here, right? And she used to we used to tease the shit out of her. Yeah, Mark comes in my bathtub. Oh shit, never mind. I can't tell these people that shit. That shit was so crazy that day. It was funny as hell. It was funny. Because she was about to bath her son. Because her son was like really young. He's like about a year or two. And I was like, I know where you are right now. You're in the bathroom. And she's like, you better not be looking at me. I said, no, I can't see you, but I can see the bathtub in the bathroom. And I described it, how it was. And ever since that day, like we would always talk about bathroom episodes and all that bullshit. So mediumship can allow you to see a lot of things if you want to. You see what I'm saying? it'll definitely let you see shit. Like my friend that taught me mediumship, she told me that a guy she went to school with that always wanted to fuck her and like be with her, right? She said that this guy will come in spirit to watch her take a shower, and she would catch him peeking, right? And she would cover her breast up and say, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out!" And her children be like, "What happened, mom? Her fucking spirit's in here trying to look at my boobs. This bastard from school." Hey, we guys laughed so much in that fucking room that day. You see how you guys laugh at me all the time? This woman was worse than me, but she was the fucking funniest person I've ever known in my life. And when she told me that story, I was fucking killed her. I couldn't take it. And I almost died from laughing that night. Because I imagined it one time, right? Because I'm looking at her and I'm saying, why the fuck would you say that shit to me? Now I'm going to think about you when you're in the goddamn shower. She started laughing. She goes, "Mark, don't you dare." I was like, well, I'm not a spirit, so, but I said, if I die anytime soon, I'm definitely coming over to get a peek. He goes, "Don't you fucking dare." So everybody was laughing, right? Yeah, that shit was so funny. One of our high school fucking crushes was passed away and tried to see her in the bed, in the shower, like multiple times, not one time, like many times. And she would have to chase his ass out of there. Yeah, that shit was so funny. I believe her too. Cause she's fine as hell, right? And she had big boobs, right? Not fake, but they was real. Hey, she was, and you know, I knew she got hit on plenty of times, and like I was never like that with her. Like I always felt like she always felt like my older sister, you know. So I always respected her in that way. I never really, I used to flirt with her and talk shit, but like she knew her enough. Like we didn't have that type of that vibe. We would just talk shit. So yeah, she always when she told that story, I laughed so much, man. That shit was funny as hell. Anyway, fucking hell, I didn't even know what time it was. It's 1:40. Oh my god. Shit. Let me get my ass out of here. Fucking hell. I didn't even realize it was 1:40. I've been on here for 3 hours. Oh fuck. I didn't even realize what time it was. Honest to God, I didn't even realize what time it was. Fuck. Fuck, it's late. I'm not even sleepy, but I have to go sleep though. Fuck. I didn't realize what time it was. Shit. Damn it. Meanwhile, everybody left. There's only you and somebody else probably spying. Or maybe it's Tanya. Tanya. Everybody went to sleep. They're like, fuck this. It's 1:40 here. So that means everybody on the East Coast is 12:40. And you guys over the West, it's like 9 something or 10 something. Yeah, almost 10 o'clock. So you guys are good. Or it could be my stalkers, you know, looking at me. I always have somebody stalking me, you know, people that have no life. It's all good. Hi, guys. Hi, stalkers. You know who you are. I know you miss me. Too bad. You don't know how I do it? I don't care. One thing about me, I don't let nothing bother me, Christy. I should be your example every day. I'm not worrying about none of this bullshit. Just live your life. Don't worry about it. Fuck it. It don't make no sense worrying about somebody else and what they're doing to you or what they think about it. You know, fuck them. Now I'm just a regular guy on the internet. I'm good. I do what I gotta do. I stay humble, and if somebody's, you know, yeah, they can look at me all they want. It don't bother me. They can try and put voodoo on me and give me bad thoughts and bad shit. Like I know they probably are. They probably hate my guts because I probably blocked them or deleted them out of my life, or I said something to them, or they're probably like one of my enemies, or you know, some wacko or something like that. I really don't care. It don't bother me. If you're in here staring at me and you don't like me, or I got rid of you, or I blocked you or something, then that means you're dumb. I would never gonna see somebody that got rid of me. So it's all, at the end of the day, it's their stupidity. They're the dumb ones for being in here, you know, worrying about me. Cause I ain't worrying about them. I'm over here. You got me? That's how you gotta think. That's how you gotta think every day. Don't worry about it. Ignore the ignorance, ignore the stupidity, ignore the stalking and looking. If they're looking at you, that means they like what they see. That's what my auntie used to tell me. I used to tell my auntie, Mom, I hate when these people stare at me. You know why they stare, Mark? Because they like what they see. I said, well, you're right, because when I stare at some fine ass woman, I like what I see. So you're absolutely right, auntie. They like what they see. So, okay. Either that or you want to hear me talk about you so you can run back and cry to somebody about it. And I'll do that anyway. I don't give a fuck. Ain't gonna do nothing about it. If I talk about you or dish you, what are you gonna do? You want to get into a roasting battle? I dare you. You probably will regret it. So yeah, I really don't care. It don't bother me, Christy. It really doesn't bother me at all. If it did, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? That's the whole part of being online and doing what you do. And when you're very good at what you do, you should never be shameful or ever be embarrassed to be in front of anybody. You know what I mean? As long as you believe in God and spirits protecting you from all the evil eyes on you, then you're good to go. Because if you didn't, you won't be live every day like me, you know? I'm live every day. I've been on here for 3 hours. I'm about to go sleep. I've been on here 3 times already today. And everything's cool. I don't care. It don't bother me. People can look at me, talk about me. It don't bother me one bit. Because I know who I am. I'm him. That's all that matters. And that's why people do things to me and say shit about me and obsess over about me and look at me and talk about me because they want to be me, but they can't. There's only one Marky. And there's only one Christy. See? Fuck 'em. Oh, remember I tell you before I go, remember when I was talking to you earlier about the chickens? I went down there. I wonder if you're going to be able to see the chicken. Let me see if I can get them on here. No, I don't think the chicken ended up being on here. Let me see if I see him. I put the bread there, but you can hear. I think you can hear all the chicks inside. Yeah, like going crazy. I put some bread on the ground right there. You hear 'em? And they're in the trees right there. They got scared when I dropped it off, but they're in there. I can hear them trapping and going crazy. So yeah, I would wait here, but I'll probably be here like forever. But wish you guys could have saw them. But there was like a couple of them in there. But you can hear them. If you listen very closely, you can hear them all chirping in there. But they'll probably come out and eat the bread. I put it right there so they can come out and eat it. I don't want to go over there because then I'm going to startle them, you know? Yeah. See? I put the bread there in a big pile, about 10 feet away from the bush, like I said. And man, that's it. I made the video. I forgot to tell you. I did that for you, see, to show you that. But unfortunately, they ran inside the trees when I came because I pulled up and I took the bread and I dumped it out of the bag and then they took off. And I was like, fuck, don't take off. Come towards me to eat the damn bread. So I can hear them in there. So when I left, I'm sure they probably came out and ate the bread. I know for sure they ate it already. So yeah, I did that. I told you I was going to do it. I did it. I just remembered about it just now too. I said, what the fuck did I have to tell this woman? I'm here thinking, what did I tell Christy I was gonna do? And I was like, oh yeah, the chicken video. Bang. So I wish I could have showed it to you, like the chickens. They're so cute. But you heard them, they're all in there like going crazy. So at least I gave them the bread. So when I left, they probably came back out and ate it. So yeah, poor little chickens. Yeah, good. I'm glad you heard it. I don't want you to think I'm bullshitting. You know, people call me a liar and shit, so don't believe them. Okay, I don't lie. I only lie when I go in my bed. All right, sweetheart, I'm going. I'm gonna get out of here. And I know you do. Don't ever let nobody tell you I'm a liar. Okay? Don't believe nobody. Don't let these people corrupt you about me if they do. And if anybody does, you tell them fuck off. I believe Mark. I don't believe you. Okay? Remember that. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow at some point in time. But yeah, if I see the chickens, I'll take a picture of them or a video. All right. You too. Have a good night.